Okay, put it on the countdown slideshow for now. Just leave it there for now. Boom, just leave it there. Okay, I need you to pop over to the Iron Forge server, okay?
All right.
Hey, Ashu, can you hear us? There you go. Cool.
And he's gonna stream onto the Iron Forge YouTube.
Yep, he's up right now. Yes. And that's our cue, Dory.
Say it again.
That's our cue when he does the intro video.
Oh, I didn't turn it on. Let me see.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Are you here? All good. Why do I hear myself? Oh yeah, I hear myself. Because I turned on the YouTube, and that's why. Can sure? Because people already hear what we're talking here at the moment. Asher has a big dick. Now it's turned on, bro. I can tell. That was. Shit. You have to turn it off everywhere, or what?
No. Don't turn it off everywhere. Just don't mess with it. Let's just in 60 seconds. Let's do that intro video and let's get going.
No, I'll be right back.
When Dory gets back, let's just run the video.
I should make sure it's
And
video.
we are live here. This is the first round, second week of the Crucible. As you can see, the group stage last week, we had a successful go, and Lost Souls, Worry You, AWOL, Queen, Viper, and Blackbird, as you can see, were eliminated in the first stage. But we have
Thanks. I'm pretty good. Thanks. I'm pretty excited. It was pretty fun last week. It was my first experience as a commentator in such a nice,
absolutely.
well organized tournament, and I'm just looking forward to see the next round today. And
Absolutely.
just very, very excited. Very excited. Happy to be here.
As you can see, as it's cycling through, the teams that were eliminated got 40K gold each. We'd like to congratulate the top seeds: Valhalla, 300 OG, SM, and War US. They got a bye in the bracket here. You can see the first round will be played at 2 p.m. Eastern, coming up here shortly, momentarily, and the quarterfinals: Valhalla, War US, SM, and 300 OG will be playing the next round. They will be played, as you can see the times there, at 3, 3:45, 4:30, and 5:15 Eastern. We're excited to get this rolling here, and we will be playing both of those rounds today. Here's a closer look at the first round: B-Boy versus Hex, 300 New Blood versus Merc, BBQ versus Volt, and 777 versus 999, the numerical game here. The first matches will be played on the maps Plain, Depot, Sky, Village, and then CTD Ground. So we'll look at what's going on here. Plain, Depot, Sky, Village, CTD. Again, a reminder for the quarterfinals coming up. The big boys are going to be playing 3 p.m. Eastern. Valhalla, 300 OG will be playing at 3:45 Eastern. SM will be playing at 4:30 Eastern. And War US, 5:15. We got some monsters here in the quarterfinals. It's going to be a challenge for those who make it past that first round.
Good afternoon, Star. How are you?
Hugo in the booth. Hugo's going to be helping out here after I sign off because I'm going to be playing in this first round. So Dory and Hugo will be helping out throughout the rest of the match.
Yeah, man, I'm excited. Dory, how you feeling?
Oh, I just said it. I'm happy to be here again. Last week was fantastic, something new, a little bit stressy. It was the first time the Iron Forge was on, and well, we made some adjustments, especially on the stream. So I hope this week is going to be a little bit upgraded. And I'm really excited to be here again.
Absolutely, and I want to do a big shout out to Ace Ashura for helping us with the stream today. It looks crystal clear. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Ace. When you get a chance, we need the YouTube code to put out for everybody so people can watch.
I'll get it to you.
All right. Sounds good. So, what's our first match?
Well, we have the first round here. From what I see, we have 4 matches. Those teams basically are playing to get into the quarterfinals. So it's like the first round. We call it. I don't know if you have another word for it. Is it the first round, or are you calling
Yeah,
it?
I think it's first round, but you know,
First round single elimination.
yeah, but
Single
you know,
elimination.
Iron Forge has been pioneering kind of like the red zone.
Single
And we flip
elimination.
back from game to game, and you know, typically most tournaments last what 6 to 8 weeks to do something like this, and we put it all in one basket for everyone. So
Oh yeah, that's what I think is a big adjustment to what basically the players are telling us. We are listening to them and trying to adjust as good as we can. So people like in this game, the players, from what I have experienced, do not like to play a tournament for 3, 4, 5, 6 months. So that's how we do it. Last weekend we had lots of games, the same this time. So we have 2 days, and we are already in the quarterfinals, which I think is a really good thing. People don't have to wait.
Absolutely. And that being said, I'm going to hop off and I'll let you guys get to it.
awesome, thank you, thank you guys. Now, so we got. Tell me a little bit about the 300 MB and Merc. I know you don't have that much experience with the Merc clan, or the Merc team, but they've been turning heads. But you know, 300 is 300, even if it is, you know, not the 300 OGs. I mean, 300's got some real firepower there.
Oh yeah, I was the 300 guys. Of course, they're playing on the highest level possible. I cannot say much more than you just said, but definitely Merck made a big impression on, I think, all of us last week. Play, and I'm looking forward to see that match. Maybe we might hop into that game first because we have 4 games. Maybe you can go through the games that we have starting more or less right now.
Okay. So we've got. I would love to go into more detail there, but we've got a game going already. We've got you know, one of the games, which is B-Boy and Hex, is ready to go. So let's see if we can start that and see if we can get into that game right now. So Dory, keep this going a little bit because I am figuring out some things behind the scenes. But is there anything you can tell me about the 777 triple sevens? Those guys.
Sevens, I might just like stop you right there, Hugo, because I always have to shout out to my Polish brothers, the Hex Squad, one of the Polish teams that are in this tournament. They're gonna play the B-Boy squads, and as soon as we get a kill, we might hop in. 777, those guys making huge improvements. Lots of good guys over there that I'd play in my time zone in Europe, actually every day. And I can tell they were pretty good last week. They were not really happy about their performance in one of those games. They had a little bit of a problem, I think, adjusting to the different RTT. But I mean, they knew what they were signing up for, I guess. So it is what it is. It's actually US East tournament, main. If we meet 2 European teams, we might play on Frankfurt, from what I understood. Is that correct, Hugo?
I think so. I think that is correct. So they'll both be Frankfurt, and you know, in the next round we do have who are the EU teams there? We've got Val, and I'm not looking at the matchups. Oh, yes, I do. I got them right here. So we have SM, War, and 300. So Val is the only EU team that we got in the second round. But do they match up?
I have stop you right there, buddy, because we are in the first game. And as we can see, we are on airplane. And the Merc guys are playing 300 right here that we were just talking about. And as we can see, we started a little bit late here for us, but I can tell that 300 already is in position of the bag. So I think that was a good start for them. And let's just see what's happening over here.
Okay. My apologies. I'm having. I gotta get the game on. I don't have the game on yet.
Oh, it's the same over here. We are having a little bit of a technical problem. I hope the stream is working, and I hope there are no lags this time. But we have to get settled in here. 300 still in position, but I can tell the Merc guys are playing some loadouts that are possible for them to grab the bag right there, and they get out with the bag. Good job.
Nice.
Got a shout out to Asa Shu, who is doing the stream today. I think it's the first time he's doing it, so we might have to get a little bit into practice with that. And he's just telling me right now that there is a little bit of a problem that he cannot switch the cameras for some reason. So we have to take it as it is right now. We see the score. We see who is in position off the back, and he's trying to fix this at this moment. He's telling me that right now.
Well, that's the thing about, all volunteer work. None of us are professionals. We do all this for fun, but hey, that's the point. We play this game for fun. Everybody's a volunteer. We all, and the time and effort that all these captains and team players. Hey, my team, the 999 guys, for the last 2 days have put in 4 or 5 hour day practices. I mean, the time that these guys have put into coordinating is just incredible.
Yeah, I mean, big shout out to everybody who is not only playing in this first edition Iron Forge tournament, but also, of course, the people that are helping, organizing, doing streams, doing coordination, behind the scenes stuff. It's just, for me, a pleasure to be around those people that are really putting effort into it to make this a nice event, and it seems like it's working so far. And yeah, it's happening. Sometimes we're gonna have some difficulties. As last week, the stream was not perfect, and we already adjusted, and it's much better this time. For now, we see Merc Sky Bully is just carrying the bag, and we had the camera on him the whole time, and Merc is pulling this off, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
300.
Look at that.
What a surprise, what a surprise. We were just talking about it, that it's going to be a hard test, but we also mentioned that Merc just did a great job last week. And as we can see, let's have we check the scoreboard, because we did not really have a big overview of what is happening. So let's just check what's going on here. That's a close game, don't you think, Hugo?
Yeah, that's great. And that 300's mad because those guys don't like to lose. I've been in the room with those guys. Wow, they lose. But 300 made a little inside scoop here. 300's made some significant changes over the last couple months and has really come together as a team. And seeing how these guys have changed their culture. It's really interesting. I wish I was a fly on the wall in that room to see how how they can regroup and go at the next match. So
it's a best of 5. So whoever wins first, the 3 first games, is going to go into the next round, which are the quarterfinals. So there's nothing lost, as we saw last week. Everything is possible. And we might even have some tiebreakers on Seed 80 ground today, which would be quite entertaining, I guess.
Yeah. So we have a couple other games in progress. Eshu, we've got if you wanna hop into one of these, it looks like B-Boy are now they finished their first and this is their second game.
No, this is also playing, which means that this might still be the first game.
Well, they have a 1-0 here, so this is. Hold on a second. This is game one. Okay.
We are hopping from one game to another, so we are kind of a little bit need to get settled in here, but that's fine. That's completely fine. What happened in this game? Let us see the scoreboard. Okay,
let's get an update for that score, Mr. Cookie. Thank you. Let's go down to the 999-777 game. They're on game 2. They're about to start game 2. And let's get it up. And Mr. Talon, let me welcome Talon Anvil from the Merc clan.
Hey everyone.
Hey Talon, how you been, man?
I'm all right. I just caught the last end of my boys Merc, rocking it out.
Yeah,
Happy to see them. I know they've been working really hard the last couple of weeks, and then this last week after the first round, first group stage, where they're working on communication, and I can love to see that it's paying off for those guys right now.
I'm also thinking that this is a little bit of a surprise, but well, it's still Merg, who just played last week. Fantastic. I was really surprised. I might be one of the guys that are really surprised because I'm not playing them as much as you guys, but they did just a phenomenal job. We had a chance to see the whole game, almost, but I can tell they're already in their second game, right here.
Yeah.
And 300 is already back in position, the same as in the first game. So it's up to Merc if they can get this back once again.
Now, one of the main focuses for Merc for the last couple of weeks has been bag recapture after they don't get it on the first initial grab. So you're going to look to see a lot of like organized grouping up for and pushing in on the bag as a team. Hopefully they can maintain what they've been able to accomplish in practice and really make a delivery on that, because I know that's been the focus for them for several weeks now.
Well, they did a perfectly good job in the first game against 300. It seems like in both games we kind of turned in this one a little bit late, but they do a really good job in grabbing the bag, which we all know is key. But Merc managed on the play map to get the bag, so as you say, they did a fantastic job. Let's see if they can repeat this one in this game.
So what I'm interested to see is that, now that they won the first game, how is 300 going to respond to the in-between game adjustments? How are they going to answer Merc's ability to recapture that bag? They should be making some adjustments on the fly based on what Merc did, and sort of make it more difficult for that to be repeated.
Definitely, I totally agree. It seems like it's hard for us to tell if there are adjustments made. We can see the score. We still have that one person, so our streamer unfortunately still has the same technical problem that he cannot switch between people right here. But we can tell that 300 is still in position of the bag. We can tell that Merc is trying their best to get it, but so far 300 seems to have this one under control.
They do. They have a good lock on it. I think I'm seeing Merc having some trouble just working together as a team here and pushing together and not really capitalizing on that Sharon that's going in.
Oh yeah, so as we can see, 100 to 12, so 300 took it pretty serious after this first game.
So we are going to switch. Ashu is going to make a quick change so we can get the views done. So we are going to Ashu, are we going to end the stream? Do you need to end the stream and redo it, or are we just going to pause? And it's really up to you. Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. Well, we'll keep on talking until we can't be heard or whatever, and Ashu figures out. They are now in the second as well. We will be right back to action as soon as we can.
Hugo, I'm having a question right here. I'm seeing there's an information that B-Boy is winning, or did they win the first game? We also saw a little bit of the match. So is this a correct info that we're getting here that Hex is up 1-0, or is it the other way around?
I think it says here B-Boy won, so maybe I can change the change that. I think B-Boy is up 1-0. My apologies. A little communication error.
That's completely fine. I mean, we're starting slow, but we're gonna get up to pretty fast. We don't have to worry about that one. I'm pretty sure. Ashu is doing his best job or best effort. He's putting his effort into getting us back live, getting back to see those matches. So far, as we talked about the 777 guys before, they managed to win the first game, as you said, which I'm quite happy about, to be honest. But let's see what's happening with the rest. So does it seem that we are back live? Are we? Can you confirm that, Hugo?
No, I can't confirm anything because I am flooded with information. My RAM is now completely used, and it looks like we're almost there. Good thing is it's clear. It's very, very clear, the stream. So and hats off to Ashu. He is a very, very good streamer, but doing a lot of this technical stuff takes so much time to set up. So
it's all good. I'm pretty sure that by the quarterfinals we have it set up. So let me go through maybe the YouTube chat and seeing if there are some communications that are going forward us. My friend Massive Attack already asking if we are reading the chat. That's what we are doing right now. So for your information, whoever just turned in, we have a little bit of a technical issue right here, and our streamer Ashu is trying to fix that. So don't you guys worry, we'll be back as soon as possible.
One question we can ask right now is, have we seen any of the Justin Bieber character so far? I have not seen him played.
Wait.
I think he's officially been named Justin Bieber by the game community.
You got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
Well,
JB.
I don't think that's the best time to tell you guys that some of those songs, those Justin Bieber songs, I kind of used to listen to in the car when I have a really good day. But I mean, I should not say that. But
I think we should put.
No, you shouldn't.
You are now off the commenting team. You're done.
It is what it is. It is what it is. Justin Bieber was a JB in this case. I had the chance yesterday to kind of get him. I think I tried a little bit more than I expected to. And so far, I did not see him in the tournament. Did any of you see him?
I did
No,
not.
I did not see
I
him
did
yet.
not.
What is
I
your
did not.
thoughts on the character so far? Is that going to be a meta change for us?
Mm, in general, I think the more operators there are, and that the more operators we can use in the game at the same time in the current meta, it's a good thing. It makes the game more versatile. It makes it a little bit more tricky, and you can counter in different ways. To the operator, I still have it on a really low level, which is in my case, I think 6 or 7. I spent all of my gold for some Batea coins, just saying. But in this case, yeah, Panzerdog is. I kind of knew about it, but I still, I guess I like spending gold. But in
Yeah,
this case, I
who
can tell you
doesn't?
it's who doesn't. Yeah, I mean, if you play this game for more than 2 years, I guess this is what it comes up to. JB, what I can
Hey,
tell you so far is
real quick, I'm going to do a score update. We got BBQ has evened up the Volt match. They're now 1-1.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So we'll keep you updated. Looks like we got something loading here. We have some progress. Here we go.
we also we also have a question here. We see Ika, our friend and buddy, in the chat talking to Massive Attack. Happy to see you guys. And the question is, who won B-Boy or Hex? So we have an official information that the B-Boy squad won the first game. Is this correct?
Yes, that is correct, Mr. Cookie. What looks like their game 2 is almost on. Mr. Cookie, can you update the score for us, please? All I have is 1-0, but they're in the third game. So, it's 1-1. 1-1.
Guys,
I have 1-1.
I have to step in here. Ika, yes, you're asking because the winners of the B-Boy squad and Hex squad are going into the quarterfinals against the strong Valhalla team. And yes, it was 1-0, but right now it's 1-1. Hex took the second game, and it's 1-1. We have another info right here, Hugo. The 300 and Merc guys. How do you see that?
It looks like Merck took the third game. They're up 2-1, and also 999 even up the 777 game. They're 1-1 as well. So these are turning out to be good matches. Good matches. We are almost there technically. If you can be patient with us, thank you. Yep. Go.
Give us a few more minutes, guys. Stay in here. We try to react. Hello, Nicholas and Sane already in the stream telling us to fix the stream. That's what we do, brother. Don't you worry. We do it. So we see things that you don't, which is basically only the scores at this moment. It's basically we have 4 games right here. For those who did not turn on earlier, it's B-Boy squad against Hex. It's 1-1. It's 300 newbies against the Merc squad, and it was 1-1, and Merc took the third game after taking the first one, so it's going back and forth right there. Then we have the BBQ guys, or the barbecue squad, I don't know.
Barbecue.
But it's
Barbecue is the
barbecue. Okay, okay.
Right.
Against the old guys, and it's also 1-1. And we have the 777 guys that took the first game against the 999 squad, but now I also see it's a tie. It's 1-1.
Yeah.
Hugo, can we get an update on the score for the Merc game? I'm personally interested on what the turnout was on that.
It is 2-1 Merc.
The last game, though, what was the score?
Let me ask. Let's see if I can score of third game. And we are waiting. But
you're waiting. So maybe I'll ask. We have a few viewers already in here. we have some guys that for sure already have the new JB operator. So maybe, I mean, we are trying
Have
to
you
fix
used
this. Yes.
How do you like it?
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to ask the guys that are already watching, maybe have some comments for us. Leave them in the YouTube. We're trying to, as we cannot react to what's going on in the stream, we can react to you. That's what we can do at this stage. Again, sorry for what is happening at this moment. We did not see this coming, but we're already trying to fix that. My opinion, I tried to play JB a little bit. It's quite interesting because you can have a long range weapon, you can have a short range weapon, and you can switch in between. You do not have the melee knife, and you cannot use the shield so far. And you have the minus 35% bullet spread from what I know, which I'm gonna be honest, on the Rotogun yesterday made a huge impression on me and it was kind of fun.
Here we go. Searching for game, not. Okay, almost there. So tell me about. Tell me your thoughts on the new operator.
Well, it's quite early to tell anything. To be honest, I played him for maybe 2 hours. It's for me. It's always, I think, for most people that play this game for 2, 3 years, or even maybe even shorter than that. It's exciting if there is something new happening. So every update is just something that we are always looking forward to, and there's always something changing. And if there is something changing, we like to see that and adjust. So it's for sure quite exciting, but so far it's hard to tell. If this new operator is gonna be OP, not, I cannot tell you that for sure. Now, did you have any kind of experience with the JB operator so far? Did you play against them maybe?
No, I have not. I have not, and my children have just walked into the room. So, give me 1 second. What I know is that the switching of the weapon is gotta be a game changer in some people's eyes.
Okay.
Got something. Here we go, barbecue.
Insane, thanks. I think that helped. I see a comment. Okay, there you go. Which game is this, Hugo?
Barbecue versus Cold. They are on the Sky match. They're third. That's the third map.
It looks like right now we're following Crom. Tech, as he's laying mines, setting up for a back push.
From what I remember, this game is even. It's 1-1. And yes, it seems like we have the stream working pretty well, and our streamer Shu can switch between actually the operators and players and see what is happening. It's the end of the game right here. We switched in pretty late, and I see that Bold is taking that one for sure. It's over.
Yeah.
Looks like they had one good push at the end, and then
Yep,
Volt
there
was
we
able
go.
to hang on to the bag to the end of the game, finishing up for a 100 win.
Okay. Looks
Yeah.
like let's try to get some 999 777. They're on their fourth game right now. Let's see if we can get some views of that.
I'm always trying to see and tell you guys what the scores are so far. We just saw the Barbecue Vault guys, so it's 2-1 for the Vault guys. 777-999 already played their third game, and 777 managed to win this one, so it's also 2-1 up.
We got B-Boy versus Hex right here.
And this is the third game. We are also in a little late, and it seems like Hex is going with the bag. They are point-wise minus 20 down, so they're trying to hold on to this bag, which seems to be a little bit difficult at this moment, but they managed to do so.
Ooh, got left alone. Can't get left alone.
That might be the last fast push they have to really rush
I
in
don't
right
think
now.
they have enough
You gotta
time to
do
push for
something.
it. Now or never.
The
Bag is well protected.
And
that might be
that's it. That's it.
game time right there, guys. Which means that my Polish brothers managed to win the third game, which is always going to be in this first elimination round, the Sky Map. And the Hex brothers, which I can call them now, proudly are winning this third game. This third
So
game
Hex
is going
moved
up
on.
to 1. Not,
Okay.
hold on, then. I have a question right here. Are we playing 3 or are we playing 5 games? Because
It's
with Mark,
best of 5. It's best
Best
of
of
5.
five.
First to 3 wins. First to 3 wins. Now,
exactly.
Merc is starting
So
their
my
next
boy.
game.
it's up 2-1. Hex is not moving on yet. That was a little bit too fast. We, of course, hoping the best for every team right here. We see the fourth game of the 777 and the 999 squad.
Let's see how they approach this. Oh, that SMS, man, that really can tag you.
The 777 guys in position. It seems like they have total control of this game.
Yeah.
They are up 78-12 so far. This is the fourth game and they are up 2-1. So this might be game after this one. If the 999 squad cannot get this match, this bag, and win this one, they will not face another game. It's going to be unfortunately done then. So let's see what's going to happen in here.
This is their last push. Running out of time.
Okay.
This Loy Fufu is doing a really good job using this smoke
And
grenades.
that looks like 777 is going to advance. 4
So
seconds.
3-1, best of 5 to
There we
remind
go.
everybody.
Here we go. Let's
Whoever
go.
wins 3 games first is going to win the series.
All right,
also in
let's
this
go
one,
to
so-
the 300 Merc game. They're in their final game. It's all tied up 2-2. Game is on right now. So 777 moves on. Valiant effort by 999. The score was 3-1. But hey,
We definitely have to turn on the 300 Merc game right here.
yeah, this
Because
is the game.
we
This
are
is the game.
probably already on CDD ground, guys. And as we can see, we are in a little late. As it's happening, we're trying to watch a few games at the same time, as you can tell. But 300 is down 3 points right here.
Okay. I personally love CTD, and then the next game I will absolutely hate it. Every time I play it, it's never right in the middle. It's either I get squashed or I squash. It's so weird.
CTD ground is a perfect mix of skill and strategy because there's no bag to protect, there's no position to maintain and hold. It's just kill or be killed. There's strategy involved. There's places to hold. There's places to try and defend from, and this is the one place where the truth comes out.
Oh, definitely. I can totally agree with that. I couldn't even say this any better than you just did. After a slow start, 300 is managing to kind of take control of the octagon right there, and it's all of a sudden up 16-17-9. So it seems like they're doing a good job.
Now, Merc needs to
Having
get
the
out of this
octagon.
corner. They need to get out of this corner and start pushing a little bit. All right, we got one mover here. He's going to try and take this SMS out, and Mr. O makes a move with the Sharon and takes out the SMS. That's what was holding Merc back in that corner.
Oh, Okay, they're down 6 with a minute 40 left. Still very much in reach. And this is a good game.
Anything can happen.
There's enough time. Just 130
yeah.
go. And guys, this is the final tie game. It's whoever wins this is going into the quarterfinals.
This action.
Hugo, who are the winners going to face in the next round? Can you tell us that real quick?
Let me check for you real quick. So,
Trying here. Yes.
alright, where do we get this? So,
Berg is actually doing a pretty, let's hold on maybe, and
They are-
watch the last 55 seconds because they're doing a good job and pushing.
They are closing that gap. Now taking the octagon, that's Merck's go-to location. They feel really confident up in that octagon.
yeah, if you get that octagon and you can control it, you have a significant advantage.
I'm not sure why Bria Prism is falling out of that octagon. He was the only one holding it there.
Yeah, I think you saw the numbers and you had to back off.
And we have a 10-point lead with 20 seconds to go. It all looks like 300 is advancing.
Okay. They got to do something drastic here. You gotta go after the being hunted guy. What is it called? The guy,
Primary target.
the primary target. You get extra points. How many points do you get for that?
2. You get 2 for that kill.
And it looks like 300 is going to be moving on.
Yeah.
Great job
All right,
by 300
all right.
going down in this
Yeah.
first game, managing to come back. Great
300
respect going.
300
Yeah,
is going to
Will.
be moving on to face War in the next round. 777 beating 999 will be moving on to 300 OG. So we still got 2 games in progress that we can get going. We've got B-Boy and Hex. Hex is up 2-1, and we also have Barbecue and Volt. They are now in their 4th game as well. Let's see, where are we going here? And here is the barbecue match. Okay, they are
hopping in. For the last seconds, unfortunately, we could not see that game, but it seems like Volt was holding on to the bag, right?
Yeah, it looks like they held it the majority of the time.
Yeah,
Take it.
yeah.
Which means that Volt is going to the quarterfinals right here, and Barbecue unfortunately is out of the tournament, and Volt taking this series 3-1.
Yeah.
So we have one more first round matchup, and it's Hex against the B-Boy squad. The winner is going up against Valhalla. So far from what I see, it's 2-1 for Hex, and they're probably already in their 4th game. There we go.
25 seconds, and it looks like B-Boy might be taking this.
No.
Oh, no.
Nope, they got it back.
No.
It definitely seems like B-Boy was having the bag for almost the whole match, and now they have a big lead, but, well, my Polish brothers managed to get this bag, and now they have to hold on for it for actually the rest of the game to win this one and go on to face Valhalla in the next round. This is definitely a must-win for the B-Boy guys. If they want to force a Game 5, which will be held on CDD ground, they need to win this one. They need to get the bag and hold it for 10 seconds, which they are trying to do now with 3 guys of the Hex down. But they're doing a pretty good job in defending it as a team. Well, Hugo, what do you think? If you have a lead, 90-20, how do you approach and try to get back into this game if you were holding the bag?
If I'm holding the bag, here's the thing. I love the hill. I think the hill, if you can cover yourself effectively on the hill, you have a significant advantage if you have a sniper or a good SMS up there. You know, having a Diana to, keep keep a Sharon off you. I love that hill.
I like the hill as well.
Definitely.
The weakness to the hill that I found has been the Sharon. It's just way easy, and it's way easy to get out of the hill if you get the bag past the defenders. If you can get past those defenders with a Sharon, then you're already halfway out of the enemy spawn. So the hill does have a significant advantage in terms of height, but it's also way easy to get out of there with the bag once you get it.
Yeah.
So
I can only agree. Definitely. And here comes maybe the last push. Maybe they have time for one more.
I'm
And the
seeing
bag is down.
a lot of shield.
The countdown is on. And if they can get out, hold on for 4 more seconds, they are forcing a game 5. And here you go, ladies and gentlemen. There you go.
Forcing a game 5.
Oh, I love Game 5 action, baby. Oh, this is great. This is great.
It really seemed like they were a little bit. The B-Boy guys were using the Landaus, blowing up the Hex's own mines, and yeah, they seem to get the bag. So we have one more match to go in this first round, which is going to be CDD Ground, B-Boy against Hex. The winner is going up against Valhalla.
As we said before, the truth will come out in CTD Ground.
Oh, it does, doesn't it? So, okay, Dory, what do you and Talon obviously too? What op do you like to use first on CTD Ground? Me personally, I like going mine. I like going away from everybody, trying to sneak around back. I take out my fastest that I have and try to sneak around and mine up spawn and just mess them up their rhythm. It's try to get back there and. If you can get some mines in spawn and, mess up that rhythm, you spawn right away and you blow up. It can be not devastating, but it throws you. It throws you.
Definitely. Personally, I go for the psychological. Now, there's 2 psychological weapons here in tactical, and that is mines and the MGL. So you go mines. I'm an MGL guy on CTD Ground. I'm definitely going to be sending as much as possible in as many directions as possible. Well, that's going to keep you worried about where you can go. Now that there's some recent changes with the MGL, with the red circle, I really don't see where that has really affected its efficacy in CTD Ground.
I totally agree with the ethics, whatever that word is. But I think they nerfed it too much, in my opinion.
You think so? Do you think it's too much?
So. I think so. It did take over the game a little bit, especially on CTD Ground. I mean, it was a MGL battlefield before the nerf, but I think they nerfed it just a little too much. Dory, what do you think?
Well, ground. Make sure that my friend Zabek, well, we all know he's playing the SMS with the Karen, is having those red marks and is having a little bit of an easier job. So I think it's key to show to take care of the octagon on CDG Ground and just not over push, which I think most of the time people do. If they have the octagon, let them spawn on one side. Let them spawn. You can use, it's a wide open map. I would say it used to be the MGL map. Now it's kind of the SMS map. And as we do not have any bans in this tournament, on the Iron Forge tournament, those weapons definitely will make a huge impact on CDD Ground, in my opinion.
Right. And Dory, would you agree that an early lead, and then a defensive play through CTD Ground would be the most aggressive strategy in terms of getting the W? Once you get a lead in CTD Ground, I feel like it's much more difficult to overcome that, as we just saw with Merc versus 300.
Well, from what I heard Hugo say, they have to get out of this corner, which means
Yep.
that 300 did a pretty good job in holding one side, holding the octagon, and making them spawn on one side, on the other side, sorry. So, which means they're going to spawn on one side all the time, which kind of makes it easier for you to, to place some mines, make sure they're not getting out of there. If you have this kind of advantage, and if you set up your team like that, and you can SMS and push and kind of keep them in this little corner, yeah, this is actually a good thing to do, and this is pretty much key for CDD ground, and it's working pretty well for my team most of the time. And as we could see, 300 is they started slow, but as soon as they had the control of the octagon, they kind of turned it around from a -3 point deficit at the beginning, going to a 16 or 17 to 9 lead. So yeah, I totally agree with you guys on that one.
So you mentioned Zabek. Zabak?
They even call him Cypack. So I mean, I think he just likes any kind of new nicknames, but
Well,
generally it's Zabak, yeah.
it's funny because my former teammate in Mob Squad, Bane, always yelled at me for doing SMS with David. He said, "You should go Sharon. You should go Sharon." So I picked up Sharon, and I was like, "Who is the best Sharon out there?" And it was resounding Zabek. And I watched his videos, and man, my gameplay just from watching his videos was changed significantly. Now, as they buffed the SMS and they buffed the Sharon. The Sharon was a game changer, and now even more a game changer. If you could pick one op that can be a difference in a game. If you want to win a match, you have to have a Karen, a Sharon in there. It's just a necessity. So, I watch Zabek's videos, and he's just a phenomenal player.
Right, and think of the psychological effect that a Sharon has. You're forcing the other team to change an entire loadout scheme from 5 pushers to 4 pushers and 1 Diana support. You have to have a Diana if you're going to defend against a Sharon. It's simply required. So you're really affecting what the other team can bring to the table in terms of aggressive pushing ability. You're taking one player out of the game unless that other team has what is commonly referred to as a battle Diana, which is middle of the road effect.
Yes, it seems like the
we got a stream.
Streamer is a little bit late, and as we can see, the Hexteth just lost on CDD round. We were waiting, over talking. It seemed like somebody did not show us the whole thing at all.
Oh, killing me. Oh, everybody. Everybody blame Cookie.
Let's at least see how the scoreboard is going on. I mean, it's the first time. It seems not to be as simple as it seems most of the time. My Polish brothers did not manage to win that one, CDD ground, and the B-Boy squad are going into the next round.
So who is going to move on, and who are they going to be facing, Hugo?
Hugo just jumped out, as I can see.
Wow.
The situation right here.
It's you and me, Dory.
My friend Massive Attack, this is more like a podcast, yeah. I mean, we're talking with you guys. What's with the stream? At least you can hear us to our sexy voices. And
we have some voices.
and we're trying to entertain and have a good time with you. The streamer needed this first round to kind of get into the rhythm and make sure that everything is going to work for those quarterfinals. Let's see what the scores are so far and what happened. We had the first round, and as we could not see, but we managed to see the last 8 seconds of the game, we have the B-Boy squads beating the Hex brothers 3-2 after an pretty intense series, I would say. And B-Boy is going against Valhalla right here. We have 300 also winning the CDT ground match, as we could see against Merc. Pretty nice games, and they are going against Talon. Can you tell me that to not make a mistake here?
I do not have the answer to that myself. I am watching our streamer put together the matches in what could be considered fast forward time. I hats off to this guy doing what he can, but this seems to be a beyond my skill level to interpret.
Which is all fine. We all learning. So I have pretty good news. Laz is joining us, and within the next 5 minutes, we all know how it is. Maybe not everybody, but most how it is with kids. It's Saturday, so it's family time. Back to the game. So 300 managed to win against Merc, and is also going into the next round. Then we had the barbecue squad. Going against Volt. Volt did a pretty amazing job to win this series 3-1. And we have the 777 European crew that is evolving into a really great team, taking a 3-1 lead against the 999 squad, and is also going to be in the next round. I wish that our streamer for now, we have Bad prepared a little bit of some screens to see what the next matches are going to be. So maybe if you can hear me right now, we would like to see those screens for everybody to see. So we can talk about who is facing who in the quarterfinals in the next round. Ashu, if you can hear me, let everybody see what the next matches are. My dear friend.
Okay, boys and girls.
Welcome back, Hugo.
Hey, so second round action coming up soon. First game, Val versus B-Boy. We got a little time. We got about 5-10 minutes until they get rolling. My admin staff is now using the facility, so just a lot of that background information that you guys needed.
I think I managed to talk to our dear friend Ashu, and here you go. We had the B-Boy Hex squad playing against each other, and here we see the next matchups. Who is waiting? Oh, we might stay on this one, Ashu. This is pretty nice. On 3 p.m. Eastern Time, which is going to be in around 5 till 10 minutes, we have the first matchup, which is going to be B-Boy against Valhalla. On 3:45, 45 minutes later, we're going to have the 300 newbies against War US. And let me just mention that all those squads that are in the quarterfinals right here, Valhalla, War US, SM, and 300, those guys are the winners of the previous group stages. Is this correct, guys?
I will refer to Talon on that, if he can.
Yep. I am moving the rooms around now so that everybody will have access.
Well, I'm pretty sure it is how I just said it. So Valhalla, War US, SM, and 300 OG, those were the squads that were facing in the previous stage group and managed to be number one in their group. So they are waiting actually against the teams that we just saw. So Valhalla is facing B-Boy Squad. War US is facing 300 newbies. Volt is going to be facing SM, and 777 is going to face.
Okay. So, what needs to happen, Mr. Talon, is we need the
300.
B-boy the B-boy room to be. Oh, you're already doing it. Never mind.
I could not hear you, Hugo. Can you repeat that?
I was just giving a little direction to my brilliant Discord manager and technical advisor, Mr. Talon. He is not in the room, and that's why he wasn't responding. But yeah, so it goes as this. We have at 3. Did you already go through this? The times? I think I was out of the room at this point.
Oh yeah, I went through the times. We had
Okay.
a chance to see them for a little bit.
Okay.
And I'm also have to apologize to the 300, not newbies, of course, but the new bloods. I just got an information of Coolricker, so I apologize for that. Newbies sounded kind of funny, but of course, those guys are not newbies at all. It's the new blood that we have here. As we know, that 300 is representing the quarterfinals with already 2 squads. Great job, guys.
Oh, there's a little technical difficulties with the B-boy guys. We know they won, but they did not supply a screenshot. We might have an issue there. Oh no. Okay. All right. So we are going to have that first game of second round action coming up for you shortly. Okay.
Yeah, we are waiting. So let's see who we have in the chat right here. We have our dear friend Canadian. Who does not know Canadian? Well, I guess everybody in this community knows Canadian. Also, Prodigy.
You know what? Get Canadian in here. If Prod or Canadian can join the booth, that would be great. We love them, and we'd love to hear some insight. These guys, Canadian is on Onyx, and great player, and Prod, one of the nastiest SMS Chirons that I know of. If we can get them in here, that would be great. But
if you guys have a chance to be on the Ironforge server, guys, we invite you. You're going to be the VIPs today. We see that Ashu is already posting some information in the YouTube chat and is saying sorry, guys. So it's just the first round. We're hoping to do a better job in the second round. There's somebody just joined us. Who is back? Talon, you back? Do you have any kind of information? What is going on? And when can we expect Valhalla and B-Boy to start this first game?
Oh, I just moved the rooms around so that everyone would have access to their rooms inside of the group chats.
Okay, great work. So the B-Boy guys, we're taking a short break. They're getting back in their rooms now. Valhalla, one of the premier European teams. What's their deal? Why are they so good?
As I understand, go ahead, Dory.
No, I'm curious to listen, Talon. Go for it. I'm curious.
I'll give you my perspective. I'm new to the competitive scene as of the April 2020. I joined the Ironforge experience then, and I've always known Valhalla to be what Hugo said, the premier pro team. They've been around since the inception of the game. They've been playing together for a long time. So my perspective, outside looking in, is that their strength is that they know each other. They play together regularly. They, the members know what they're going to be doing. Each member knows what each other member is going to be doing, whether they're on voice comms or whether they're not on voice comms. They have that cohesion as a team. And it doesn't matter what the game does in terms of new metas or updates or whatever. They understand how each other play, and that's just intrinsic. That teamwork is intrinsic in being effective on the battlefield.
Wow, that's I can only agree on that. Totally right. And yes, I can only confirm that those guys are well experienced. They play this game. Oh, those are really some OGs right there. They know each other. They enjoy each other.
Dory, let me stop you right there. Hold on. I need to introduce my friend, one of the smoothest tongues in the South, Mr. Lazilla. Laz, you there, buddy?
I am here. Mic check. How's everybody?
Yo. Good to hear you, bro.
Oh, hey, Hugo, don't you dare talk about me being some smooth tongue when I gotta look up words like intrinsic in the dictionary. All right. Just make all of us real deep South boys feel bad.
The only thing talent brings to the Iron Forge is syllables.
And vocabulary.
Syllables.
I'm learning from the best. I'm learning from you guys. Happy to be here.
All right.
Good
So
to
y'all
hear you last.
bring me up to speed. What are we looking at next? What's coming up?
All right. First
Well-
up to bat is Val versus B-Boy. B-Boy took Hex to 5 games. And
Wow, what a series that must have been.
yeah. Unfortunately, we only got to see the closing seconds, but man, great matchup. The other good matchups were, Merck taking 300 to 5 games, 300 MB took that
Two
series.
Bloods. Yeah.
New bloods. Volt took Barbecue 3-1. So hats off to Star and his crew. And the other matchup was 777 versus 999. 999 did get a game from him, but 777's got the experience on him. Took that 3-1.
Yeah, so far we had the first round. I'm gonna continue right here, Les. Just enjoy the show. Let me repeat it for you. Let me repeat it for the people that already joined. We're gonna have the quarterfinals right here in, I guess, a few minutes starting. So B-Boy Squad, the 300 guys, Volt and 777 are facing in this first round. Valhalla, SM, 300 OGs, and not to forget War US.
Very nice. I'm excited. I got here at the right time. I hate that I missed the first series, but this is the quarterfinals. Things are getting hot and heavy, and if I am correct, we are going to be streaming game by game so we don't miss a game from here on forward. Is that right?
That is right.
That's right. We so far tried to do it and jump from one game to another, so it happened that we missed a little bit of one or the other game, which I can tell from the YouTube comments that we have. And this time, Massive Attack, I'm reading them. I'm trying to respond as good as I can, buddy. It didn't work out as well, but this time there's no chance to miss anything. We're gonna play a little bit of a different map. Let's say a series right here. We're starting with ship, then we go to area, Plansk, if needed, station, and CDD ground if we have a tiebreaker to see who's going to advance into the semifinals. And the first matchup I'm going to repeat is Valhalla and the B-Boy Squad, and it's about to go down.
Nice.
So do we have Talon maybe any kind of information, or Hugo maybe at what stage we are? Because we said that the first quarterfinals matchup is starting at 3 p.m. Eastern time, which is 9 Frankfurt European time, which is right about now.
All right, we are getting confirmation that, hey, they're both European teams. They're both going to be on Frank. So there's no disadvantage here. This is full on There's no lag. These guys are going to go head to head. What can we say about B-Boy and Hex? What can we expect from this series?
Well, it's B-Boy and Valhalla, and as I can see from
sorry, my bad.
No, you're good. So obviously Valhalla, a lot of strong long-term play names. Grimlock, Ika, Nicholas, Powder, Bomb. I mean, these are names that everybody knows. We've all seen. Okay, we're queuing up. Let's queue up. And of course, B-Boy's got some really good names too. Margula is somebody I've been working with for like almost a year now. And B-Boy's really come on the scene strong. And I'm excited to see what happens. And I love the fact that we're providing a platform for the EU teams that match up against each other to play on Frank.
Guys, and I'm also really excited about one thing. I have some inside information because I know those guys a little bit and talked to Ika last night, and he told me that there are quite some JBs in their team already. And the big question is coming up right now. Are they going to try to use that new operator, which just came out yesterday with the new update, or are they going to stick to their old game plan and just say, no, we're not going to use it? What do you guys think?
You got logging in.
Just Talon back. Just had to make a room adjustment.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Okay, it seems like we're queuing up.
Here we go.
Looks like
custom match. So we're going game
We
by
are
game.
almost there.
It's gonna be exciting.
Laz, while we wait, we had a question that we posed to the stream team here. What is your go-to loadout for CTD ground?
It really depends on the role that I'm playing for the team. So there's a couple different roles that I play, one of which can be to hold down the grass side on the tank side, which I'm going to have some mines with me over there because, high ground and rotunda is the goal. Every map, you want to maintain high ground, maintain control of that position, but you also can't leave that flank side wide open for them to just come around your spawn and flank from behind, obviously. So if I'm on the rotunda side, I love having some Landau on CTD ground because there is just so much shit to throw around, and that's pretty exciting. But it just depends on the role. Talon, what do you like?
I answered this question earlier, and I say CTD ground is a psychological.
It depends on the role, Talon.
And so psychological weapons are paramount. Now we have a few mines, certainly MGL, certainly. But recently, with the new meta and the buffs to Sharon, you can't ignore an SMS game. It's increasingly an SMS game and increasingly an SMS map, and that's kind of how I feel about it. Unfortunately, I'm terrible at SMS as much as I've tried. I've made some adjustments and put some mods on it, and I can't quite get there. But I think that's the direction it's going.
B-Boy is having a little issue queuing, but we're still waiting. It looks like Val has been queued for a minute now, so we are just waiting on some human error. It's not technical this time.
B-Boy, they've been around long enough to know how to queue a game properly, Margula. Come on now.
I feel like this is some psychological warfare on B-Boy's part. They're stalling out.
I will say this. So there are some times when 300 would be deep in like a Bro tournament or a Phoenix tournament or somewhere ever, and the timing in between, if there was like an EU team or another team that took a long time, that's how they got in our head. Now we've gotten over that now, so if you try that, you're only hurting yourself on a go forward basis. But at the time, we would love the fast queues in between and be on a roll and be ready. And when someone would take a few minutes, it would totally mind fuck us, like totally, and,
right.
and it worked. It worked,
Right.
Talon, to your point.
Psychological warfare is a big thing.
We are already in the first game. This map, it's ship. We go on B-Boy against the Valhalla guys. Let's go, guys.
Now this map is the worst map for almost all teams. Like nobody really has a great control of this map. Both sides of the map are completely different in terms of how you defend or attack it, and it's just a real struggle. There's a few teams that are okay at it, and then the rest of us, really can't get a lock on this map. I can speak for myself here. This is one of my most hated maps. Hugo.
So this is one of my favorite maps. As a miner, I like to drive people crazy because there are so many great places to put mines. If you do not have a Diana on this map and the opposing team has a good miner, you're screwed.
Well, we could tell that Valhalla is taking the right side here. It seems like they have totally control of it. And now we can see they do have control. Nicholas with the AR Dutch right here, grabbing the bag, running back to the base. And now they have control, and this is going to be hard for the B-Boy squad to get the bag on ship, especially as you said already with the mines, claymores. It's not an easy thing to do, guys.
Nope. So what other tactics do you guys like to use to get the bag back here? What do you guys like to do?
I will say that my favorite thing to do here is Sharon SMS. You would think going into this map, this is a terrible SMS map, but there are so many direct avenues of attack and little places to hide that the SMS is just really easy to get as wipe a team. You can get 2 or 3 kills if you go back into the corner with an SMS. That really opens up your team's effort for a push.
Laz, what do you like to do here?
It seems like that Laz just left us, so I'm actually answering what's going on. Oh, that's the yard.
I was trying to get in on y'all's action there, so you're right. It's tough to get the bag back on this map. Val did a great job taking the high ground as the late bag class. We know 317 is the mark when that bag comes out. And at this point, you've got to coordinate a push with some land down at the right time. And William, with a nice roll there, of course, he's got plenty of support behind him. But see, there you go, support coming out every time. It's these pushes where you've got 2 or 3 people coming in different spades versus all the time. It's hard to do. It's hard to get a bag back on a map like this. It takes discipline.
It is. You want to push that. You want to push all that stuff in with a Landau, and then hopefully you got a Chinley Landau cannon to come in and wipe that team.
That's right.
Yeah, there are many different. Yeah, you go, Les.
No, I just say a lot of missile defense out there. Obviously, Val's using that to his advantage. They're really grouped up over there. If you had a chance to have everybody at once, you might be able to do something. But I really like what Nicholas is doing that AR RPG. He's got that roll down, got the RPG taking half someone's life off. He's got a nice little deal going. Got the taser there. Oh, look at Grimlock just rolling around. There you go. Get in the action. The shield, he rolled right away from that. I don't blame him, quite frankly. There wasn't much he was going to do there, right, Dory?
Oh well, it seems totally that Valhalla is having this game under control. I've said that many times before. If they get the bag, it's not easy to get it back. They're doing a fantastic job with different kind of loadouts. As we can see the AR, this Loy, I even see the Moses shield, and they're just not allowing the other team, especially with those Landaus, getting some kills, and they are basically winning this game in 3, 2, 1 seconds. Good job, Valhalla.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Very good job. Yeah. Wow.
The bag had to pick back up, but just a few more seconds, and we got it there. And you're right.
This just really confused me.
They were in control from start to finish. And what they did, as Talon was at the beginning, was talking about how it's difficult to pick up schemes on this map. I have seen a lot of teams be successful if you can control the high ground right there on the opposite of the bag side before that 317 mark. If you hold that there, you do increase your chances significantly to get that delayed bag class. Obviously, Nicholas with a great round, 11-3, working that AR RPG, really fun loadout. It's not like B-Boy was getting worked the entire time. It's just they could never get the bag back. They had some pretty decent numbers over there too. William and Ritalin and company. So
Yeah, and the foot stomp of what Laz is talking about. Now, one thing Laz taught me as I entered the competitive scene, was, as a novice, was that in every map, the first 30 seconds are the most the most important. If you can get that bag, it's an uphill battle to get it back. It doesn't matter what map it is. Now that map specifically, that's one of the most difficult maps to get the bag back. But if you can lock down the first 30 seconds of any game, you are creating a Sisyphean task to get that bag back, especially on that map.
Oh yeah, I totally agree. And then let me take this second here or this minute to just say good job, Ashu. It was not easy for him to jump in, but he's doing a great job and fixing, adjusting at the moment. There are things popping up, tactical difficulties, but he's totally managing to do so. And as we can see, we have a high quality stream this time, 1080p. And now, as we are not hopping from one game to another, looking forward to just really not missing any kind of games and really getting into that action and seeing those quarterfinal games, matchups, in this first edition of the Iron Forge, guys.
Yeah, Dory, I don't know what's more impressive, the stream this time or the vocabulary words that we need our fact checkers to check on and make sure that Talon is not making stuff up, to make us all feel bad. Because, I'm supposed to be smarter after talking to Talon, and it makes me feel worse half the time. That's quite all right.
Talon, good job.
What's the next map we got lined up?
Well, from what I saw, we are going to play the area match next.
Right.
I would like, and we need around
another delayed bag class right there, Dory. Right, you can't get it instantly. You got to wait, and just like ship, there's some high ground that must be controlled so that you can put yourself in the best position to take it. Talon, you asked me the question about CTG ground. I want to focus this on the next map. What do you like to do on area at the beginning? Are you a hillside runner, or do you like to go the box side? Do you like to get in the truck? What are you doing on area?
I absolutely abhor vehicles in tactical.
Okay.
I can't stand them. I run up the stairs and I land all those boxes out, and almost every time I'm going to get maybe 1 to 3 kills every time. And it makes it difficult, especially for vehicle users, to get that truck out of their spawn. They have to drive over those vehicles or over those boxes to get into my spawn. And the first thing I want to do is create obstructions for you to have to navigate around. That increases your runtime to my spawn, increases your runtime to the bag, and it gives me a lot of things to continually land out into your spawn, making it even more difficult for you to maneuver and get out of that area.
Yeah, I tell you, it's a good strategy, and it's really nice. Like, you feel like it's Christmas morning when you spawn right next to the steps, and you don't have to run across your guys to get there. Because if someone on the other side has the same strategy and they're spawned next to the steps, it's really hard to beat somebody at the top to get that first land out off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for real. Landau is a big game with what do you call this? I'm losing my words. Where are my syllables now? You guys been giving me heck all day for my syllables.
Oh, don't lose it now.
For the objects that you can throw around, those Landau cannon specifically. Oh, we're going into a game.
We're in the game. Here we go. We're a few seconds in. Obviously, Val is doing what we talked about, trying to control that high ground. They got Grimlock up there with the SMS, looking good. He's got a Diana drone on top of him, but that's okay. The mine missed the steps. And Val really taking control of the high ground. Powder's going to move in on the bag now, underneath the rotunda, and B-Boy is not in a position to contend that. So he's just going to walk right out with that bag. And B-Boy's having trouble. See, that's what I'm saying. You get that high ground going and get set up, you're in a bad spot. Now, the Sharon's in position. He's going to take the bag. The question is, the Diana's still on her drone. Can he go get out of there? Grimlock does not allow that.
He's wasting too much time trying to get that Diana out. He should have just ran.
Well, I really wish he would have just jumped over that trailer and back over the front like you're talking about there. It was a smooth move, a chance to get it, but to no avail. Grimlock with the shield pistol does save the day. Sharon's back in there again, but he's cloaking by himself without a push to support. It takes discipline, and your adrenaline's pumping, and it's hard to wait for your guys and position yourself, and it's just tough. Look at Nicholas trying to take care of that Sharon SMS up there. William is proven to be in this tournament really effective up there at creating problems, and Nicholas is trying to hold him back because he knows that might be something that could get them pinched if not careful. So obviously Nicholas finally goes down. He had to hold off 2 or 3 on the top there, and that's really where B-Boy is setting up right now. They've got a Diana underneath. They've got one pusher in the front. Here we go. They're setting up on the right side. Now this is how you can coordinate a push. Now obviously Shelby got a little high up in front there, but they had a few folks on that flank and were able to come in. It just not all at the same time. Again, we see push after push after push fail. Dory, what is it that y'all are talking about in comms? If that's happening where you get these pushes of 2 at a time, 3 at a time, how do you reset yourself? How do you get everybody back on focusing on how to wait for each other? Do you talk about that? What do you do there?
Oh well, you gotta. It's all about timing, as I already mentioned a few times last week. You have to see what is going on. You have the right talk to see how many opponents are down. If you see 1, 2 down, that might be a time where you should go in. And basically, if you're on voice, this is also a great way to just communicate, guys. We see 2 down, 3 down. Let's go in and just create some trouble for the opponents. I really like what Nicholas is doing here. They placed gas in the middle of the match, so it's kind of hard for William to shoot because we all know this is probably the most favorite SMS map in this game. So it's a wide open match, so we got to take care of that SMS because he can pick teams apart. And this is what Valhalla is actually not allowing to do right here.
But look at it, B-Boy coordinates a push all at once, and it looks like they're going to have a chance to get out of here with this bag, and they do. Now, the question is, can they make it to the other side? You know, Grimlaw's got the shield, but he's a 1-on-3, so while he may take a couple with him, they're going to get the bag across the way. Can Val take advantage of the fact that the bag just was taken over? You know, it always takes time to set up. Can they keep enough pressure on them so that B-Boy doesn't feel like they can get set up and be comfortable? But right now, it looks like we've got a ball game on our hands, folks. I mean,
definitely. I was not expecting that. I was checking you guys.
Look, and it's amazing, Dory. You start talking about what needs to happen. We start talking about impatient pushes, and all of a sudden, a patient, coordinated push comes right in. And like I've always joked, these captains, they just want Dory to stay a little sooner, but better late than never. And we've got an overtime match, ladies and gentlemen. Now, again, as you can see, there's still pressure being put on. B-Boy's having a tough time getting set up, but they do have a defensive front, so it's not like they're totally discombobulated here.
Nothing's more discombobulating than a Landau box to the face, honestly.
Yeah, you feel that, don't you, Hugo?
You feel that. You feel it in the morning.
This is definitely not going to be easy for the B-Boy guys to hold on. Valhalla is constantly pushing. Even though they have a big lead, they just keep on coming, and they are going to lose the bag right here.
Yeah. Rolling out for the they do, but he's safe. They get one flash out, but they're gonna. Yeah, Valve looks like they're just gonna walk right up the stairs and hold that for 6-7 second period here. Unbelievable. You know, B-Boy had a nice little setup there. It just Val finally squeezed like a, kind of like an anaconda. It just got tight on him, too tight. Ran out of breath, ran out of steam, and it's game over. Valhalla up 2-0 in this quarterfinal series. However, that was an exciting game, and hats off to B-Boy. Taking that bag, like they said, they probably wanted Dory to talk about it a little sooner, so maybe they took the bag sooner, but we won't blame Dory. He's up here in the booth. They don't know what's going on. Right?
Hey, pretty much concentrated on that game, yeah. What's going on, Hugo?
And then anytime I can, my team ever gets the bag from a Val or a 300, that's a win for me. It really is, because Val.
Hugo, are you talking about moral victories here or real wins
here? Pick one.
Touche.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Hugo, what's the next map we're headed to? That was area. What's next?
Oh, we have Talensk.
Okay, so unlike the first two maps in this series, we actually have, okay, I see, Talent Stage CG. We have an instant bag grab map right here. Ladies and gentlemen, obviously, as you know, what I mean by that is this is a map that you can walk straight up to the bag and get it at any time. No waiting, like we did the first two. So it really depends on which side that you spawn on. People argue both sides, but I'll tell you that the red truck side with the top wall tall stairs side, like looking right at the door, seems to be the bag you can get, the side you can get to that bag a little easier. Dory, what do you think?
Well, I'm pretty sure that one of those teams, maybe even our friends from the Europe side, I wanted to say, even though both teams are from Europe, I almost forgot. But Valhalla might really be rushing for the bag. I know one guy, which is also my Polish brothers. I might be talking about my Polish brothers here. Proud to be Polish, just to mention that right here. In that next match we're going to watch.
Yeah, I really love the different strategies on this Talensk one because you've got an instant bag grab, but it's also a little bit in the open space where you've got the building for cover to run around and the fountain in the middle for cover, but you got problems with SMSs, you've got solutions with shields, and vehicles and debris and a tank that rolls in, and then we all forget about the T-800 and everything in between. So it's going to be interesting to see what pops. And it looks like both captains are ready. We are headed to Talensk. We are ready to queue the code up on our side, and we're going to be waiting to see what happens here. I'm excited. Talon, what do you like at Talensk? What's your you don't like vehicles. I get that. Are you going straight for the bag with the Landau, or what you thinking?
I am going straight for the Landau or for the bag with a Landau for sure. But I'm hoping that my teammate has an SMS or a sniper to cover me because that's a big open space. And without smoke or some sort of sniper cover, that's a good way to get some cover. And I also like Chen Li there. You hide her behind the bag building, and then it's a very easy place to feel comfortable using Zeus. You want to get to the bag first. We all know that getting
Queue, and we are getting ready to go.
I think B-Boy is not queued. I think they are. I think they're trying that stall tactic, like you guys were talking about. That can really mess up another team.
Well, they said ready.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are.
They are at the moment down 2-0. It's a do or go home game right here, so they have to adjust to the situation. And they did some good stuff, and they did not manage to hold on the bag on area, but they have to win this next one to keep it alive in this tournament, guys.
Yeah, this is big time right here. Here we go. Game starting. Let's see what happens. This is obviously you're going to have an RPG from Nicholas somewhere in the mix, starting early on. He might even use it to open the door. Grimlock being very friendly to put the missile defense down. Actually, they're going in with the shield, powder on the shield, flashing those in front. No RPG like I saw, but what happened here is that B-Boy patiently waited for Val to take the bag out for them and then made the rush, which, that typically is a pretty successful strategy if they can't withhold that push, and B-Boy executed it magnificently. I mean, that looked good. So here we are. They're down 2-0, and like you said, Dory, it's win or go home. And why not go get that bag first? Give yourself a chance. Grimlock looking good in spawn on the SMS there. Nicholas was probably upset he didn't have his RPG out at first, so he decided to get it out now. I don't blame you, Nicholas. Looking good there.
Oh, is that the new operator? Who is that?
No, this is Moses. I'm sorry, that's Miro, the new outfit.
Miro,
you know.
okay.
That's right. Now they're down 3 with RPG in. That would have been a really good time to push. They just didn't quite have the numbers they needed there to put the pressure on. So Val being very patient here. They've got them down 3 again. This is where you're going to see the push, I think. Here it comes. They're coming in. Now there's a lot of focus on that one defender when you probably could have passed that defender and kept going on. Now you got some respawn help. This push, it'll be interesting to see if they can get out of there with it. William doing a good job. Oh, nice melee. He could just be impatient and waiting, using the smoke. Wait, with his own bomb on his own guy. Tough luck.
Bombing his own guys tonight. But
yeah, Tori, have you ever done that? It's one of the best things.
Honestly, that was actually a good drop by Bomb. And Nicholas tried to stay. I think it was Nicholas. Tried to stay alive within the smoke, so he just stopped. So that was pretty good calculated, to be honest. It was just a little bit unlucky. But
I agree.
B-Boy is holding on to the back so far. It's 150 to go, and you can be sure that Valhalla is going to push right here. They are going to make it hard for B-Boy to hold on for the.
Yeah, and they're really putting some pressure on the bag. They're down 4, bags down, everybody's dead, and they're dead now. And you see, and here you see this all the time. If you're viewing, when you get a team wipe and a bag taken right there, everybody that respawns, they always go straight over to the side with a bag, which is like a death trap, because you got 3 guys waiting there to focus fire on you. It takes a lot of discipline, but if you can head north first and then cut over, you have a better chance at cutting them off and obviously setting up on the other side of their spawn to not let them come back home in a very comfortable manner. But hey, it's tough. Like, there's a lot happening. It's fast, and it's really easy to talk about it in the booth. It's a little bit more difficult to execute on the field, you know?
Yep.
Oh, bag down. Yeah, there's pressure on it. And Ritalin picks it up.
No, he should have just ran. He would have got away if he had just ran.
I know. It's hard to
Well, now
You want to get that kill.
it's game time for the B-Boys. It's 30 seconds to go. It doesn't really matter what the score is. They need to get the bag and
Nice
make sure
SMS
they're
action,
getting the bag and getting out of there to
Yeah,
keep
Dory's
their
right.
dreams alive.
This is a series, defining 20 seconds. Like, can they stay alive? And they're really at the point where they're going to have to pass the initial defenders and go straight at the bag holder. Because if you don't get the bag down, you're already behind. You're not going to get extra time. You're not going to win. So I know we're waiting on a potential SMS drop on the bag here, but this is the point where right now they're not talking to each other on the clock. They're not racing past people to get that bag down, and then just time expired, as do their chances of staying in the tournament. So here we are, Val advancing with a 3-0 series win over B-Boy. But I got to admit, B-Boy did a really good job. Had to pass some U.S. teams on not their home server to get here. So hats off to them and their series run, making it to the quarterfinals. I'd imagine they get a pretty piece of little gold out of that too, right, Hugo?
Yep.
Are you just upset that you don't get the gold and that they do, or what?
No, you know what? I'm still reeling from not being able to play today. I went through, many stages of depression last night, but I think I'm okay.
Yeah.
And that raises a good question.
have you
What,
here to go.
what are teams receiving today that were eliminated?
Oh, that
We will check on the numbers there. We've got that posted. We got that buried deep in the secret hat. We got to decide if we're going to talk about that now or post it later. If we can mention it, we're going to mention it here in just a second. We'll find that. Out.
All right.
Well,
So
that's,
now, go ahead.
yeah, it looks like we have a little bit of some time left till we start the next matchup. It was a quick 3-0. Valhalla showed what they are made of. Good job. Congrats. They are going into the semifinals. We have 10 more minutes, and I'm pretty excited, Hugo, because there is a big matchup coming up. Can you tell us about it?
Well, It's two of my most feared teams when I go out there. It's War and 300. I can't stand when I see squads of War and 300 because I know that I have to be on my game. Laz, what's the starting lineup for War? You have Griezmann, you have Drugs, who's always a problem. Tripp obviously is just been dominant in this game for years now. Well, who else rounds out that roster?
Talking about War US? Oh, they've got it all. They got it all.
I know.
They have a special guest appearance this tournament in youth, aka Vamp, which should be noted. And yes, I'd agree with you. Tripp, if not the best player on that team, probably one of the best players in the game,
Yep.
frankly. And Drugs is their captain. Been doing it for a long time. Been around. It's been around many places, and he knows what he's doing. No doubt about it.
I'll give some credit to Drug here, and I think I've faced him a handful of times, half a dozen or more, and literally every time I face Drugs in a map, the next thing that I do is go to my equipment and change whatever I have to whatever he just killed me with 15 times. Every time. And I've just recently seen Tripp on the battlefield for the first time, and maybe he had a different name before, but a very similar story. There are two players that I follow in this game, and that's Mr. O from my own clan, Merc, who's always got the lock on a Roto game and the secondary that goes with it, and then Drugs Bunny, who literally walks me to the wall at every opportunity, and he directly affects what my Chinli is carrying every time.
Well, that's
and let's be honest, War the War US team, probably the favorite in this tournament, is they've been around a long time and they've been playing together for multiple years, and it shows with their organization on the battlefield. And they can, and when you integrate a player like Youth, who is super high talent, he can probably assimilate and play with any squad. In fact, I think Youth has assimilated and played with every squad out there.
I think that's true.
And the fact of the matter is, just like Terrell Owens, super high talent, you don't know what's going to do in the locker room, but you know it's going to look good on the battlefield. And
that is a fact. That is a fact.
And so you add that to this super organized War US team. They are going to be a mighty force to beat. But what's cool is that I get to watch some of my own brethren face off against them in the 300 New Blood squad.
I love this team, Laz. I love this team, top to bottom. I love this team.
We really are having a good time with the two squad thing. It's been great for our activity. It's been great for our recruitment. It's been great for the fun, and it also we are believers in the Iron Forge motto that iron sharpens iron. And sometimes if you can't find teams to face off with you with customs, you just got to play yourself, And it's just been a lot of fun to watch. I gotta admit. Right now, I can see Bananas, Chewy, Hades, who is actually a 300 OG member but stepped up to the plate to captain the New Blood squad, is in the group, and then Wrecker, who is not necessarily a new face anymore, but he's one of the newer faces in there. But he's well entrenched in the 300 teams out there, and I don't know who they're going to put out there for their fifth, but I'm excited to see who it is. They're probably getting the band ready. I don't see the starting five last minute and just jump all in at the same time. They're hanging out to face 300 New Blood and They had a little bit of a precursor. I never know how those are going to work. Is it a situation where you get to see what the opponent's doing and make adjustments, or do you gain confidence just by beating someone and you do the same thing again? I mean, what do you think, Dory? Is it good to have a customs against someone that you're playing in a tournament a few days later, or is that a negative thing sometimes?
The thing is, it's saying negative because you don't want to show what you're preparing for. Most of those teams, I have a feeling that are playing together, trying different stuff, talking about what they want to do in the tournament. So I don't feel like it's a good thing to play against a team that we might face in the tournament right before the tournament. So I would say no, that's my first thought, but I would have to think about that. I'm actually pretty excited about this matchup, to be honest. The New Blood guys, 300 New Blood guys, I'm gonna repeat myself because I called them newbies before, which I apologize for. I think they did a pretty good, nice job against the Merc guys in the first round. They came back after losing the first game, so they showed what they are made of. And well, we all know Warriors. They are a fantastic team. They showed what they are made of last week, and they were actually pretty dominant. So this is probably, as we can say, maybe they might be the favorites as they are coming out of the number one seed from the last week's group stages. But still, well, it's tactical. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know who prepared how. Maybe they have a plan for it. So I'm excited to see something really, maybe surprisingly happening here. And well, can't wait to see those games last, to be honest.
That's right. There's a reason. There's a reason you play the game. You just never know. And I can't tell you how many times that I've been in a series that people expect me to win, and if you get a little overconfident or you get a little too comfortable and you don't play your normal game or take it serious enough, somebody can slip up on you in a matter of a second. So here we go. We've got the War U.S. squad starting to enter into their VC so we can get an idea of who's going to show up. Tripp, obviously in the house. Griezmann, one of the better stat holders in this tournament right now. He's the top KDA holder, kill plus assists over deaths ratio in the tournament leading into this octas and quarterfinals is Griezmann himself. Drugs Bunny, the captain's in the house, and Savage himself coming in. And we're waiting to see who their fifth is going to be. Obviously, it's going to be Anna. How about that? Ayo with the butterfly, Anna in the house. I have yet to see her play on a tournament. I know she's done it before. I just haven't had the pleasure of seeing the beautiful, the lovely, the elegant Miss Anna on the battlefield. So this is exciting. We're excited to see her. So,
Les, I'm telling you, if I see that name, I'm queuing up and I see I'm going to play her, I know one thing. That Lando Cannon is going to work me for at least once a game. So she,
Anna
in my
frustrates me
opinion,
more than anybody with that thing, Dory. You're right.
one of the top Lando Cannon players in this game for sure. Shout out. I know my team knows, and I'm looking forward to see that. It's unpredictable. It can also kill your teammates, but she has a pretty good feeling for it, how to be effective in the game from what I've experienced so far.
That's right. So, Dory, y'all talk about the first maps coming up and what you expect to see. I'm being called the director's booth for 20 seconds, and I will be right back.
Well, we'll be right back. We have a few more seconds here. Let me see. It seems like War is, as last said, complete right now with Drugs, Griezmann, Tripp, Aox, which is Anna, and Savage against the 300 New Blood guys. Ayo, Bananas, Hades, Wrecker, and Choi. So it seems like they're all ready. We're about to queue up. We're waiting for the final start side here to show you the second match of the quarterfinals in this Iron Forge first edition event that we're providing to you guys tonight.
All right, we've gotten the word. The captains are ready. We are queuing up. So, Ace, you've got the code. Let's get into the game and queue and see what we can shake out on the first map here.
Okay, code. Give me 1 second.
It's coming right in.
Gotcha.
Boom. Headed to ship, ladies and gentlemen. And as we know, this is very difficult bag delayed class map. And War US has done this many a time. Some of the 300 New Blood have done this a lot, and some of them some of them is their first tournament. So some great experience here for sure. So Ace, we'll just go ahead and queue in there and hold at the searching custom match. The captains are saying they're ready, so the queue is going to happen any second now.
All right, queuing as we speak. A little miscommunication. One of the postings had a time flip, and so War thought they were playing in a half hour or an hour from now. So hats off to them. Thank you guys for making this work. They are ready to go as well. We are just waiting for. We're just waiting for War to get set. Maybe a couple minutes, but we're almost ready to go.
Hey, Cookie, I will have to agree. Go Power Rangers! I'm feeling the love there for the 300 New Bloods, indeed. Let's see. Well, here we go. Game, set, match. Let's rock it. So obviously, AO from 300 was the fifth that we didn't know was going to happen. So Savage is going to open up his Diana drone. He's going straight at Carls to see if he can hit the other Diana. And as you can see, there's a missile defense there, so he pulls his drone away. And let's see if Bananas can return the favor and drop a grenade on him, which he does. So that's one Diana down for U.S. War, but that's okay. We'll see how they set up. Tripp's working Landau. He's got Griezmann on this side. They're trying to take that opposite of the bag, high side. And Anna in Drugs is trying to hold down the low side there. Right now, 300 New Bloods got the top side, but the War U.S. side is kind of hiding underneath. Like you said, Dory, there's Anna with that Landau cannon, and we knew it was coming.
There she is. And we have to remember, the bag is down. War already. Drugs is getting the bag right out of there. The bag is going down at 317 exactly, and War did a pretty good job in getting this bag and securing it to their base.
Yeah, they really know how to just get ready to fight for the bag. I've been in some War comms before. There's a lot of people that like rush to get the bag, and the difference between War US is they are ready to fight at the bag. And that, I know that sounds like semantics, but I'm just telling you, there's a load of difference, because if you set up properly and you're ready to fight at the bag and you do it correctly, typically you're walking out of there with the bag. You know, I've been in those situations where I just try to want to rush to the bag, and you can rush to your death a lot in those instances. 300 is going to try to get a little set up here. They're doing a pretty good job of being patient. And you got Hayes and AO on the left side. They're being contested here. Griezmann trying to come help Savage out. He does. AO is still in the hunt, but it's a 2-on-3. And, Tripp coming in. He's going to get tased. Wrecker with the flash, trying to help out. There's some pressure right here. They've got a chance.
That looks like a really good push of mine.
Oh, the Jin Lee Taze got him right there. Can they keep putting the pressure on? Because the respawns are coming, and it's going to be problematic, and Hades is left all alone to pick up the pieces. And with a 1 hit point left, unless he can stay hidden there, here he goes. He's regenning. Oh, with the Landau cannon, he had a chance there. That the bag holder didn't know what was going on, but War US still holding it down with all 5 available. 300 New Blood actually really staying nicely tight and grouped on these pushes to have 4 and 5 down there at a time. And AO trying to cloak and take Griezmann out with the knife. Griezmann's a Zeloy. That's not going to work. Good effort there, but that's to no avail. And that push is subsumed. So here we go. We got Hades on the top side, RPG, SMS. He's one of the old school best SMS players in the game. Can they protect him over there to be able to create a difference? Tripp knows he's over there, so Tripp's going to go try to go handle that as we speak. And he will do so successfully, obviously. So 300 New Blood at the beginning, doing a really nice job of staying together in those pushes and really putting the pressure on. Now, as time's winding down under a minute, the pressure is starting to build, and you see 2 and 3 going in at a time versus a full set. And Dory, we've talked about that all weekend, haven't we? I mean, last week, this week.
Oh yeah. I mean, you have to be patient, wait for the right timing, for the right moment to rush in. And of course, I do understand 300 right here. They are, running out of time and just trying their best to go in, but sometimes a little less is a little more. And in this case, it didn't work out as planned, I guess. And they did not rush as a team. The first rush was pretty good, but other than that, I think War did an amazing job in holding the bag right here, even though the bag is down, guys.
The bag is down with a 3-on-1 near it. there's an
It's not
opportunity
over.
here. Anna does a really good job getting that bag, using her chin tays to get away from it. And even though War US did handle that game 118, there were times that those New Bloods really had some nice coordinated pushes. They just weren't able to keep that going throughout the entirety of the round. Therefore, if you don't do that, you minimize the amount of opportunities you get. And look, this is just like a game of football. It's a game of possessions. It matters. Like every opportunity you get for a push is just like a possession for your team, and to create an opportunity for yourself, get out of there with it, and you've got to be tight the whole time. That's all right. Pretty good first game there. Pretty sweaty performance, obviously on both sides. And at the beginning, I give a lot of credit to Tripp doing some work with that Landau shotgun. And really creating problems on the high side, helping allow War to set up. And then Drugs were on the other side, having really no problem keeping it staved off. And that's why War was able to easily walk out with that bag.
Delicious.
Delicious indeed. That is 1-0 for War US. We've got to win 2 more to advance to that semifinal round. And what is the next map we're headed to? Area, correct?
Correct, sir. Area.
Just so the crowd knows, this is a home map for War US. I remember they always picked area whenever we were playing customs with them years ago. And I don't know that anything has changed. We've got the code. We're going to confirm and go ahead and click confirm and be waiting in. I know the captains are about to be putting in the Q2. Obviously War is really comfortable with this map. The times that we were able to, as 300 was growing, trying to get better, War was nice enough to give us customs anytime we wanted it, even if they ran over us 10-0. And the times that we had success on area was when Hades was able to set up with the one shot.
I'm glad you said that. Glad you said that, because, man, if you can get, as an SMS player myself, if you can get on a groove and on that map, it is devastating. There is nowhere to hide. If you're up top on that octagon, wow. It forces the team to hide. And
it does. Absolutely.
Yeah,
saw some of that in the previous series too, Matt, where it was just it was crazy. It was crazy. Like everyone's having to hide behind containers, trucks, this or that, and the teams that are good find a way to get somebody on that 50-yard line and get that SMS off the top block, because otherwise you're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, and Mr. Laz, nobody knows me as Matt. You can call me Hugo or Sir Hugo.
I don't even know why I said Matt. Who is that? Right. That's great. That's great.
So, as far as when the bag drops, there's a lot of teams have a lot of different strategies. I know. Some of them like to overload the side. Some of them like to go all grass and just try to hold the grass, hit the Landau with those boxes. What can you say about strategy on this map? What is the most effective, and, are there any options that you can have?
We talked about this last time. And what basically it comes down to is who's going to hold that high ground above the rotunda, and who's going to be able to help put themselves in the best position to get that bag when it comes out. Like, you're going to have both sides try to land out of box. One of the two sides is going to try to bring a truck around and cause some problems. You're obviously going to have people on the grass side pull over and hit an RPG down the lane. It's just, no matter what variation of those strategies are happening, who is it that's going to take that top side, get the high ground, and be able to handle the people trying to come back from respawn to get that bag on the delay? That's really what it comes down to. And so we just have to see who wins the top and in what form or fashion they want to win it in. You tell me, Hugo, what is it that you liked personally on this map?
I like that it's range. I like the long range. As a SMS and sniper player,
Here we go.
I adore this. And we're off.
We are. All right. So as you can see, 300 New Blood won the top first because they're set up on that side. It looks like War respawning to come back up, and we'll find out if winning the top side benefited the 300 New Bloods in this case, which War has the bag. Griezmann's holding it. And you can see that high side. Nice work by Chewy to come in there and get that bag. He gets out safely. He's got some chasers, but he's got some protection. Wrecker. Now they're going to want to hold it on the grass side here, and as you can see, he's got the SMS rolling.
You want to watch him on this one.
Yep, he switched to a Sharon, it looks like, but that's a Diana underneath. It's going to cause problems for him. And Savage is doing a really good job of holding back. They take each other out. It's kind of an offset deal there, where it's kind of a hedge your bet. The Diana's down, the Sharon SMS is down. So what can you do? AO, oh, Wrecker takes his own guy out on the screen. AO got shot for the car in the head. And one of the War members running back. I wasn't sure what was going on there. Did they think they had the bag or what was going on?
Well, they all 300 is down, but they are worried not to anything. They have time to take it. The question is if they can take it out. Those 300 already respawning right there.
Yeah, and obviously, I see this happen all the time. Somebody gets the bag, they're going to shoot the bag holder, but everybody's turned around to shoot at the bag holder, and no one's turning around to shoot the guys following. And so, yeah, they took the bag away from Drugs, but their backs were turned to the rest of the pushers that came in and just mowed them over. And again, everybody, easy to talk about this from the booth. We're third-party perspective. We don't miss anything. It's stuff happens in the game, you know.
All right, let's see how the New Blood responds here. Let's see what they do. You know, do they lose focus and go in one at a time, or do they keep it calm and collected? I've always seen that this type of thing doesn't faze them when they.
No, they'll be calm and collected. But here's the problem: is that War is doing a really good job of keeping a couple of folks around that 50-yard line. You saw Trip, like Drugs mining underneath. Trip was mining on the top of Rotunda. You know, you want to take pushes away from people. You can't just sit back and wait for the push to come to you. You got to have a player or two out there. Now, War is down 2 on their bag holding side. There's only 2 by the bag and 300 setting up. So this looks like a chance to put pressure on. We'll see if it's able to be done. See, here's Griezmann at the 50, just like I'm talking about. If you keep that 50-yard line held down, it can really cause problems on pushes. Griezmann taking a player out here and there, and it doesn't allow for 300 to get their 3 to 4 set push ready. And you just don't wait for the push to come to you. It's as simple as that. You
got
go to the
35 seconds. 35 seconds. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, and War's down too.
War, hey, on the right.
Yeah, Trip's got half.
Hades is creating an opportunity for his team right here, and let's see if they can manage
they all respond. Oh,
and they're taking a lot of time on Griezmann. That's okay. Chewy's got a Zeloy in there, so that gas not going to hurt him. Oh, but AO's Landau cannon takes him out. The bag holder is one hit. Trip's hanging on by a thread. Now, I do know 300 is yelling at each other. Pass everybody and go straight to the bag right here. The problem is they don't have anybody there. Pass people to get to the bag. Of a game. 300 gets the bag first. War US able to put enough pressure on and close down, clamp down to get the bag back, and that will be a 2-0 lead for War US. And let's see what the scoreboard looks like here. We're getting a chance to look at all the stuff. You know, some of the holiday specials are out there with the hook, the grapple hook for the melee, and as we can see. The 300 New Bloods here put up a better performance, had the bag for a significant amount of time that time, got the bag first on War's home map, but War showed why they are who they are, and at home on that map, took the bag home, kept control, and really did, Trip and Griezmann doing a phenomenal job at that 50-yard line of getting up there and really disrupting pushes so that even if 300 got to the other side and got 2 or 3 War members down, they only had 2 people to try to push with, and it was to no avail.
Oh, yeah, I think they did a fantastic job in just putting the chaos on 300, not letting them get together as a team because they just, as you called it, it's the 50, what did you call it, the 50-yard line? And
right in the
it's
middle of the map
the
there.
For us Europe guys, it's the middle of the map. So they made a pretty good job in just coming at them and not letting the 300 push them in deep into their base. So that was a phenomenal job, and that's why they could hold on to the bag the way they did and pull this off. Good
So,
job,
Dory, for the
War
European
US.
nation, should I be saying the midfield or middle of the pitch, or what's the
Just
best way?
keep it as simple. Just keep it as simple as it is. But I think 50-yard line just seems totally fine, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm messing with you there. I've gotten to watch some of the new Ted Lasso show, and I'm gaining some real appreciation for what is real football on the European side and what us Americans think we know as football, and our real football is entirely different. So that's why I'm using our real football's analogy. But I want to be able to talk about it from every angle, and that's what we're here for. All right, so the next map, where are we headed? Smolensk. Okay, nice. So this is also another good map. I don't know what map War US is not good at. Dory, what do you expect to see here?
Well, first of all, I want to those games are going and going, and we already third matchup, like in the second matchup, the third game. So I see the commentary, which I said this time I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna have a look at it, which is not always as simple as it seems because we're not seeing the YouTube stream. We're seeing it on a different channel. I see some of my squad members in here, so I gotta say, Cardoso Canadian. Kevin Dumas, nice to see you guys. I see some OGs with Prodigy and others. Good to see you guys, and I'm really happy you joined in. We're getting really, we're having a good time here, and Klensk third game. It's a do or die game for the 300 guys. In this case, if they can pull it off, they can stay in this tournament. If they let War US dominate them in this one, unfortunately, War US is going, the 300 guys are not going to the next round. That's what I wanted to say. So it's a do or die or go home game for 300 new blood guys.
So obviously, if Canada is in the house, I gotta give a shout out to Coco Jumbo. What's up, Canadian?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, Kevin Dumas. What's up? I love all the fun that's happening here. Let's see. We got Duma in the house, Canadian in the house, Brandon Sloan in the house, which that's probably youth if I were to guess. Night Fury, he is somewhere in the continental U.S. We just don't know exactly where he is in the continental U.S. Traveling man. And
we also got the legend.com Hunter himself, Clark Radio in the house, guys. Which is always good to see you. Legends.com.
Oh, Night Fury, letting the crowd know he is at home. So that is, I'm not wrong. He's somewhere in the continental U.S., but I'm not going to tell y'all where he lives yet. Lazoo, what's up, Canadian? All right, let's see where the captains are in the chat, and here we go. We got a game. Let's get it. We're starting. Oh,
we got a game, and we are already late for some reason. So we're not going to argue about that.
I'm telling you what, it's probably my fault for trying to say Coco Jumbo on everybody. So that's okay. We're in the game. And look, 300 new blood into Lens. They had the side that I thought is the easiest side to get the bag on. They've got the bag. They are defended, and it looks like have successfully defended a couple pushes here. If they have the bag and they're up by double digit, if they've doubled the point total with a minute and a half left, they've kept the bag for a while and held down on some pushes. So this is an opportunity for 300 to get some confidence. Yeah, absolutely. So to Dory's point, if they can hang on here, that's 2-1 at that point, and we're still in the game.
That's going to give them some energy and make them believe that they can still pull this off. I mean, it's best of 5. You got to win 3, and it's not over till it's over. So good job, 300. Let's see if they can hold on to this bag for the last 50 seconds. Exactly.
Right. All right, we're down to the 40-second mark, and 300's got a nice hold on it. And other than maybe one member, they are still all alive. And War is having a tough time here because there is some nice fortification with the minds there. Hades doing a good job. Chewy really getting up on that 30-yard line. Now this is where we get into some trouble because 300's down 2. War has got a few defenders in the front. Griezmann and Tripp, 2 of the best players out there, causing some problems. And as you can see, now 300 is down 3 with the bag being held, and the bag might be in trouble here. 2 players. Now, does War have enough on the side? Oh, Landau Cannon barely misses Wrecker. He's able to get out of there. He's got 1 second to hold on. Looks like he does. And 300 New Blood takes their first win over War US on Talents. Let's check out the scoreboard since we missed the first half of that game. Hades with a really nice round, 11-8-1. Wrecker as their resident bag man on that one. Looks like he got the bag and held it the entire time. Hats off to him on that one. AO coming in with a nice 6-7-3. Must have been able to disrupt some pushes there, and I saw Bananas and Chewy do some good work too. So War US takes their first loss of the tournament in a single game, but that probably won't do anything but awaken a sleeping giant and make them even more upset and come back hungry on this one, because they are 1 game away from going to the semifinals. But to your point, Dory, the New Bloods at 300 put themselves in a position to hang tight and hang tough. So let's see where we're going.
Then my question in this case, I mean, 300 definitely is telling themselves, now we can do this, guys. I mean, we pulling off 1 game. If we get this next one, we're going to bring it to CDD ground, which is their goal at this moment. So what is the next map, Les? And tell me, is this a home or away map for the 300 New Blood guys?
No, I think, if I remember correctly, it goes station, then CTD ground after this, correct? Yes, we're headed to station next. So the code is in. Our stream is about to queue up, and we're going to sit on the custom or on the spectator mode as we're searching for a match on this one. So we don't miss any of it, because this series is getting pretty interesting. Looking at a situation where we thought it could be a sweep. Now we're at 2-1. New life is in, and let's see what happens. Hugo, what you think?
Now you got to think. Hey, War is sitting 2-0 going into the 3rd match. Do you think they took their foot off the pedal? Do you think they let up a little bit, got a little complacent? What do you think?
Well, Hugo, I think it's kind of hard to tell because we kind of saw the last 1.5 minutes of the game. I'm pretty sure they wanted to close this out, but also 300 just showed that we got some balls, guys, and we can do this. So I don't think they said, oh, we're gonna win this anyways. I think I'm pretty sure 300 did a pretty good job in just battling and not going home early in that one. What do you think, Les?
Yeah, I agree. I would tell you, I don't know of War to ever get complacent or let off the gas. That's just not who they are. So they just didn't get the bag first, and you got to give a little credit to the New Bloods at 300, themselves in a position to hang on to the bag this time. So I do think for a team as dominant as a War US is, sometimes it's a good thing to take a loss once in a while to kind of wake up and get your mind back right again and reset, refocus. And I've seen it time and time again. If a rare loss to a dominant team like this, they come back stronger than ever the next game. So the 300 New Bloods, this game right here is not just to keep their series alive. They know that War US is coming in hard on this one, and they're coming heavy, and we're gonna see how they hold up. Hugo, do you know what it's like to let off the gas? Is that something that you like to do, or do you like to throw?
Only when I'm driving downhill.
Okay, I hear you. All right, we're in the match at the early get-go. This is it, 2-1, War US over 300 New Bloods. We're at Game 4 station, and this is for War US to take themselves to the semifinals. And obviously, 300 New Blood, they got to win to stay in. Let's see what happens. Nice grenade drop by Bananas over off the hill. Those are always tough on you when you feel like you've rolled away from something.
That was Bananas.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that he just got down drugs, and it might be the drugs that's playing the new operator from what I saw because of the skin. Not sure about it, but we should keep an eye on drugs also to see if he might be trying the new operator here.
That's right. That's right. Looks like Hades has got. See, here's War getting ready to fight the bag. Bananas with a really timely mine at the bag, but it allows AO to get out of there. So the New Bloods getting the bag, even though War had a nice little setup there. Bananas with the key mine to take out two of the members to get that bag. Obviously, AO wanted to give that bag up. He was in a sharing mode. He didn't want to hold it. So Trip, trying to take care of Hades here, he's going to do so with the help of Anna's Chen Li Taze. And he's setting up in that nice little spot tucked into that sub right there for the SMS. That's a really popular spot for good SMS players. Be able to see a lot of the map, be able to hit from side to side. And with that SMS out there, it's going to create some pressure where the New Bloods have really got to hold serve, but hold cover as well. So here's Drugs on the left. He's got the high ground. He's mined up. He's been working the taser. He's just going to wait for that taser to regenerate and go try to tase Chewie. He's not going to have to because Chewie's going to be taken down. And while his members are tased there, they're setting up. 300 is holding on tight. Hannah taking down Green. That Landau can is dangerous, but it's dangerous for all. So be careful there.
Oh, it is. And I gotta mention that Racker again is holding the bag, which he did a pretty good job on the last map. And he seems to be a solid bag holder, and he's doing a pretty good job right now with mining and placing the missile defense. So he's kind of protecting and protected. And by knowing that there is an SMS out there, he's keeping a pretty good position behind the hill, not to get shot early. So good job here, but they gotta be careful right now because this seems like a pretty good push from the War guys.
Absolutely. Griezmann coming in hot. He's going to be taking Wrecker out right there, but the truck takes them all out. Drugs is the one left to get the bag. Is he going to be able to get out of there? You got a Landau cannon there. AO. To AO on AO. And let's see.
AO is moving the bag really, really good. Wow. If you see that you have two guys down, you gotta move the bag, which he's doing to the side where his own guys are spawning right now, which is just amazing. But this last minute is gonna be hell for 300, I'm telling you that.
Oh, I know. I mean, you can see the pressure, and already Drugs has got the bag running out there. And I don't even know if the 300 New Blood know it yet. I mean, they're talking about it in comms, but that bag is long gone, almost back to spawn.
Oh, man.
I mean, here you are. This is how it always happens, where you got 30, 40 seconds left. You've held on so long, and then all of a sudden the bag gets taken to the other side, and you're like, "Oh shit!"
It's like
well, now it's game time.
Holding water in your hands. It just eventually is going to just pour it all out.
Yep, and this is a time where, luckily, they're up. So you're going to have an overtime match where the New Bloods are going to have a chance to, if we can just get the bag down and get it in our hands, we only got to hold it for 10
this
seconds.
Looks like a good push. 3 guys down from the War guys.
That's right.
I think they're
not in
pushing it
position.
now.
They're not in position.
They are not in position correctly.
Yeah, but you're right. That was the time for it, and we'll see if they can do something with it. Because at this point, every 10 seconds that happens, 4 points plus the kill points are going toward U.S. War team. Laying down the face. Now we are 4 points away, so 10 seconds without any kills, you'll have a tie, and which will start our countdown to 300's potential. Here we go. We are on a 10-second countdown, ladies and gentlemen. Is
You
the
gotta
300
push everything you have now, but
No, they didn't get there. Unbelievable. What a game to finish the series. What a show. Congrats to War US. Getting that bag back when it mattered. Putting the heat on the entire time. And look, credit to the 300 New Bloods. They made it a respectable series, got a win, had the bag late, a chance to tie it up at the end, but no avail. War US headed to the semifinals to face off, correct me if I'm wrong, it'll be War US versus Valhalla in the top of the bracket, right?
correctly. And I just had a question in here. It's an inside question from one of the Valhalla guys, and is asking me if next Saturday are the quarterfinals. I mean, guys, you are already playing the quarterfinals right now, and Valhalla is going to face the War US guys in the semifinals next Saturday. Is that correct, or are we going to play Sunday? What's the schedule?
We're going to try to keep it on
Udo?
Saturdays to stay consistent. And you
Okay.
are correct that Valhalla has advanced. They are in the Final Four. So Valhalla, you're in the last four. Matter of fact, you play the team that was just winning that series on stream there, War US, and that will be next week. We're going to do the semifinals and the finals in the same day. We're probably like 99.9% sure on that. So that was really incredible. What a series! And I'm telling you what, Valhalla just War US is going to be another one you don't want to miss. But we got a few more series today. The next one that's coming up, we have another EU squad like Valhalla that's gotten deep, and that's 777, right? Or who's next?
No. 777 is, I think, in the last matchup. Who is that correct?
Oh, that means I'm playing against 777. Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Trouble.
yeah.
That's trouble.
Next, we have, if I'm not mistaken, it's SM versus Volt. Let me double check on that
you're
because
right.
we did have some
that's
schedules.
correct, isn't it?
Yeah, we got Bad Star, Crimson,
Emmy.
Lola, Genova, and
Yeah.
I don't know if his in-game matches his Discord, but I've got Dukenschlappen.
Yes, Dukenschlappen.
Sounds German.
Love it. I love
Dory, can you translate?
Ich habe keine Ahnung, wovon du gerade sprichst, aber wenn wir schon auf Deutsch sprechen, gerne. But that's what I can do to you, but I won't. But it's to remind everyone, I'm definitely having the Polish blood inside, speaking German as well. But this Dukenschlampen, I don't have a clue what you mean. I would have to see how this is spelled to even understand what's going on.
Yeah,
But,
anybody that
that's-
is a German native is laughing at how our pronunciation is and the fact that we don't know what it means. So, on the SM side, we got the Crema, we got Dub, Insane, Papa, and Ryu wins in the
Man,
house.
that's a strong team. That is
Yeah,
a
it
strong
is.
team, man.
This is going to be an exciting series.
And
to
these
watch.
and both of these teams know each other really well. They play each other every week at WNC. This is going to be a battle. I'm excited.
It is. All right, so just to make sure that our guys set up for and have enough players, I'm going to take a step out of the booth for like 60 to 120 seconds, and we'll be right back. Hugo, you take over for me with Dory. Y'all been doing it before I got here anyway, so it's not like you need me, but I've enjoyed being here. I'll be right back,
man.
okay?
Get out of here. Give me another announcer.
All right, talk soon.
Perfectly. So let's see. Maybe I might check what's going on in the YouTube chat. Massive attack, bro. You back? I see. Bomb, pretty good job today with killing your old guy Ika. But I mean, that was as I said, it was a really good placed frag right there. Ika should just not stop. He should just believe in you. But happy to see you guys. Congrats to you, Val, for making it to the semifinals. You're definitely gonna have the big boys next in the semifinals with the War US team that just showed us that what they are made of. So, Hugo, how do you like your tournament so far? What are you
man,
looking forward
it is-
for the next two matchups?
Well, I am looking forward to these two matchups. Obviously we just talked about SM and Volt, and then we've got an interesting one: 300 OG versus 777. Now, 300 OG is a really strong team. They've been playing together for 2-3 years, and they've had a little change in the roster here and there, but that core knows each other in and out. They play with each other every single night, and man, they're a tough team to beat. I don't know much about 777, but how do you think this matchup is going to play out here?
Oh, I'm constantly repeating 777. I just see a Canadian talking about it. It's Dark Angel, it's Sugar Daddy, it's Futunar, and he forgot the rest, which he's allowed to. But those guys are good friends, good guys, and they're pretty making big steps ahead, and they're getting better and better, and they're really trying, from what I can see and I hear from them, they are trying to organize themselves better, because Tactical is a team game. We have to remind ourselves it's a 5-on-5 team game, which everybody has to be on the same page. Everybody kind of has to know their role and what the others are doing. And I can tell they're playing together. They're doing a great job, and we can see they made it to the quarterfinals. It was not easy last week because of the RTT difference. They mentioned it to me, but it seemed like today they were totally fine, and they won this the first round of 3-1 and made it, and now they have the big boys. So I mean, they got to show what they're made of, because as you say, 300 OG, there's some serious players in there, and this is not going to be easy at all. I mean, it's going to be hard, to be honest. So I'm looking forward to see that. But maybe you can tell us, oh, there you go. We have the stream on. No more chatting in here. And the game is on. We are late again. SM playing the Volt guys right here.
Oh, wow. Look at this.
Yeah.
Tight game.
It's, of course, the first match is the ship map. It seems like that the SM guys got the bag pretty soon, so the Volt guys have around 45 seconds to get this bag from them, and they're trying to make a push from the left side, and we can see lots of smoke, not only from the Diana, but also probably from some operators, so it's full of smokes, of gas, I'm sorry.
How do you like the smoke tactic? Now, what does that do to your push? 20 seconds left.
Smoke or the gas tactic?
The gas.
Yeah.
Oh, they're not getting... We've got to push it right here. We got one more.
Volt is doing a good job. There are two guys really low with Insane, but the guys are respawning on the same side.
No.
So unfortunately, it doesn't seem like Volt can get this bag in time right here, because somebody stayed on the left side and the SM guys spawned on the right side, on the back side. So that was unfortunately not enough. Unfortunately, we were kind of late again. Last got out, and it's not. We're not on time again.
See what happens when Laz leaves? Everything goes to shit.
Yeah. So so here we see the scoreboard. Good job here, SM guys. 72. I don't see the rest of it at this moment. Let me see. 72. To 35 Volt. Yeah, that was not enough. Oh, Talon, you still here?
Yeah, I'm still here. Sorry, we've had some server issues and some account issues that I've been working on the side, but it seems like everything's been worked out and we can move forward. So
Perfectly.
Okay. We are getting ready for game number 2. Thank you, Talon. Much appreciated, as always. All right,
So,
we are
quick
queuing up
reminder.
area.
It's gonna be area match 2. The Volt guys are down 1-0 against the SM guys, who I have to tell you guys, I'm not playing them much. I of course know Papa and saying we had some games together in one of the Wednesday customs, but they really impressed me last week, guys. I was really impressed. Those guys were the first. Took the first place in their group, and now facing the Volt guys after the Volt guys battling for the quarterfinals. So they have to show what they are made of. So we are in the queue right now. We are waiting. Those teams are getting ready. We're gonna see them in the second match on the area map.
All right, looks like they're queuing up. They're now sharing some screenshots here of their win. Looks like top kill receiver was Short Bus on SM, who is Ryu Wins. Insane. Next up on the list, 5. Dekrema had 6. Dub 4. Papa 4. As always, even a good team always has an even spread of kills. When one person dominates the entire thing, it's not always a good thing.
it's not always a good thing, but it's not always indicative of a lack of team play. There's many times where members of the team are performing very significant roles that don't reflect on the scoreboard. And I always tell my guys, play the game, not the scoreboard. You're laying mines, you're sending MGLs, and you're keeping them turtled up in the corner, not allowing them to meet the push. Then whether you're getting kills or not, you're being effective.
Here we go.
Correct, that's right. And this time we are already late for the game. The bag is still not taken by any team. But Bolts this time is grabbing the bag and making sure to protect it, and they did it. They are back in their base, having a really good start, and let's see what's gonna happen. Guys, I see somebody that we know pretty good in the Vault team right now, and this is Star Bad, who was with us before and is now playing for the Vault team to make sure they can secure the second game right here, which is pretty important to make this series 1-1 even. So if they can do that, that would be amazing, I guess.
Now here we see Papa taking the Rotunda with a new loadout that I have seen become very popular very quickly. Diana SMS. The SMS is one of those weapons that it doesn't really matter what operator you put it on. It's going to have the same level of effectiveness regardless of what operator is using it. And Diana SMS seems to be a really strong and very popular loadout that's newly popular.
Yeah, so the added benefit of running that Diana is, hey, you got some shielding or some a backup plan for a Sharon coming up behind you.
Right.
No, that's correct. We're chit-chatting here, and SM took care of business, and they got the bag right there.
Mm-hmm.
I see Doppelschlampen, from what you were talking about, just placed the C4 in the middle to get this SMS Diana Papa down, which he managed to do so, and they're having a pretty good push at this moment. Curious if this might be enough to get the bag back to their base, but no, their shields going at each other, so this is always a pretty good thing to buy some time for the defensive team right here. Good job by SM not losing the bag.
So in playing against Volt, 999 played against them on this map, and they ran a 2 SMS up on top and demolished us. I'm not seeing that here, so they've got another tactic going.
Well, I did not see so far. I think Crims from some might be playing the SMS. Is it Crims, or who is that on the left?
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, Crims is playing the SMS. There's one in the middle, one on the left. So Vault is picking them apart.
Yeah.
2 of them down, but we need those guys to also push in. And Crims is coming in. And
He's gonna get him. Oh, he got him.
It's getting the bag, but there is a mine. But good job as a team effort here to get the bag. Oh my god.
Oh my lord.
That's what the Landau Cannon is doing, guys. That's what the Landau Cannon is doing.
That can be heartbreaking. Oh man.
Well, I think that was just amazing job by the team. Crims reacting, getting the bag by the team, and it was just unfortunate to not get out of the base. So let's see if they can use this last push here.
Oh, there you go. Oh, he exposed himself. Oh, there it is.
Oh, that was shooting. Oh, the bag is down. That Star's gonna run. That bad got the bag here. Can he make it out? He does. He does not. He loses the bag.
Doesn't.
And unfortunately, the Moses shield has the bag, but he's also gonna be down, guys.
Still going down.
What a fight we see here. The bag is now secured by Papa. I think Papa has the shield up. So this is probably GG. Even though Doppelschlampen tried to take him down with the C4, he didn't make it. What a fight right here. Good
Wow,
job.
what a game.
Wow.
How many bag changes? How many drops do we have?
Oh.
At least 4 or 5.
Oh yeah, that was so close. Twice, or even more than twice, like twice in the last 20 seconds. So, unfortunately, Vault did an amazing job right here, but SM seemed to be a little bit, well, how do you say that? I wouldn't say the word luckier, because they did a pretty good job in pretending. So it's 2-0 for the SM guys right now, if I'm not misunderstanding.
Okay, We are running into a little issue. Our streamer has just told us that he might throw up. All right, that's something I'm not used to. All right, I hope you
Pressure's
throw
on.
up. Yeah, man. he's still putting in maps and getting the stream going.
He's
and
still
throwing up his-
working. He's working hard. I'm watching
Ooh,
I'm watching this private channel that we have as streamers, and this dude is putting in work.
Oh,
He is
Oh
all
yeah, I
over the
mean,
place.
like we can. I already saw a few comments of people just saying that it's a fantastic stream this time. The quality is just perfectly
Yeah.
fine, and people are really happy about that. And Ashu is doing a great job. I mentioned him before, and now he's telling us he's actually sick today, and he's not in the best shape, but he's still working, still doing his job.
Hugo, if you're
doing
not
what he
paying this
can.
guy, you are now.
wow. Yeah. You put. Yeah. Shoot. Let me go talk to accounting because yeah.
Yeah, Ashu, just make sure that you have some kind of bowl next to you because we're not going anywhere here.
No, we're here for the stream. So, talking about that last game, it's one of the things that's really important, and it kind of gets into the deep strategy of who holds the bag. Because on that last stream, we saw Sharon take the bag with a melee whack two times. And so that really, kind of gets into like the strategy of who picks up the bag, who holds the bag, and what characters you load in and make sure are in your loadouts to get the bag. I know that when we're strategizing, we're practicing, we are, ensuring that, okay, who's getting the bag? All right, cool. Great. You're getting the bag. What loadout are you running? Well, I'm running Dutch. Well, no, we need a Zloy. We need a Moses to get the bag because we know that the other teams, especially in the competitive scene, they're going to be running a Sharon. And if we're going to meet the push, then that means we have to leave the bag, some distance. We have to leave the bag alone at some rate. So the bag, it needs to be survivable. And that's kind of what I felt like Power could have done there is like obviously whoever can get the bag gets the bag, but at the end of the day you want to make sure a survivable character gets that bag, and I think that would have like shifted the balance of the game a little bit in Power's favor there had a different character held that bag.
Correct. So what are you actually after telling us that, which is I can only agree on, Talon. What do you think is,
I want a Moses. I want a Zloy. Something that that reduces that melee, that first strike ability that a Sharon has. If you can hit me with one hit and then run away with the bag that fast, then I want something that's gonna take 2 or 3 hits before you can get it, because once I realize you're hitting me, I can I can get away from you, and I can put distance between me and you as a Sharon, and then if I'm a Zloy or if I'm a Moses, well then the odds are in my favor once I know that you're here and you're trying to whack me.
Correct. I mean, I can only agree. I love to hold it with his lawyer. I like to hold it with Moses Shield. The Moses Shield, especially on those experimental games, which they all are at this moment. You just buy so much time with them. With the shield, you buy, even if you're in the afterlife, you can switch off the shield and keep running to the side where your team is spawning. So this is a big advantage. Sure. So yeah, definitely a better bag holder. Even if he gets knifed by a Charon, he still has the time to escape and make sure to call it. And well, if any other operator, it's a one shot for Charon, and the Charon is gone probably.
Yep. Now that's a 50-50. That's a 50-50 engagement. When do you decloak? When do you hit? Your adrenaline. And that's a game that Sharon is playing. And if I'm a Sharon, which I often am, and I'm trying to to drill down on the back carrier,
Hey,
and
Valence's on. Let's
we're on
put
streaming.
it on there.
Right.
Let's. My apologies. The camera's not going to switch on this one as we get it started. Um, It may. We might have
Well, this is
issues because
but
Mr. Ashu is maybe running to the bathroom. So we can still get updates. But wow, that's unfortunate. That sucks.
no, I think we should just. I mean,
The third game is in. The third game is in there. Oh, it looks. Not really sure what's going on. All right. So Ashu says he's going to throw up real quick, and he'll be right back. So we've got just a little time. Yeah. I mean, that's unfortunate. That's showbiz, man. I mean, it's
Showbiz.
live. It's live.
And huge respect to Ashu for streaming this in a moment of personal distress, and that sickness is always is for each of us. But
from my understanding, is SM, are they in the queue right now, or are they waiting for Ashu? What's the deal? So we know more or less what is going on.
Looks
Not to go into
like
details too much about what he's doing at this moment. We can all just have a feeling about it, so we don't really need to talk about it. But what is the how did wait?
Well, I mean, it looks like they're in a match. The game is progressing, but unfortunately, Ashu had to leave his post. Hey, we've been doing this for hours now, so all of us need to go to the bathroom and do what we got to do at times. It is showbiz, like we said. So we'll just do what we can as usual, and the show must go on. He said he's going to be back in a few moments, so we apologize, but unforeseen things do step in the way.
It happens, or it happened definitely to each and every one of us. So at the moment, we have a 2-0 lead from the SM guys against the Vault guys. So probably the third match is on right now. As Ashu is probably having not the best time of his life at this moment, but we gotta hold on and just hope, or maybe hope for the Vault guys that they can pull this off, and we can hop in and watch the fourth game. It's a closeout game for the SM guys. If they can pull this off, it's gonna be our next round entry for the SM guys into the semifinals of the first edition of the Iron Forge tournament. So
let's go to the YouTube YouTubers.
Oh yeah. Interesting. How about everybody just sends out a heart for our streamer Ashu, who is doing a fantastic job, as you can see. I mean, that stream is amazing. The quality is nice. He's doing his best he can do. So I mean, it takes a lot, and as you can see, I mean, he's now probably not having a great time, but he's going to be back. He said, "Guys, give me 5 minutes. I'll take care of that."
But there is an update. There is an update about what's happening, and Stormy has said Volt's about to win.
Wow.
Oh, wow. So we're missing out on something. So Vault is probably not giving up at this point.
All right.
No, we are not late here.
Okay.
We are definitely not late here, guys. It's an emergency that we have with our streamer Ashu, who is cannot be at the computer at this moment.
They whooped him. They whooped him 100-15.
Right.
Oh, wow.
And this speaks really strongly for Volt and Power Clan, because as a clan, we used to run practices with them, and for the most part, Power and Merc were evenly matched. And our practice matches is on Tuesday nights, and this is a completely different Volt team than what we used to practice against, and they have grown so much to be able to work together. Their communication is on point, their strategy is on point, they're able to execute flawlessly, and this is really showing in this tournament this time around, for sure.
Well, and they're definitely not giving up. And we have some good news in here. Hugo is communicating with Ashu and the guys. Ashu is back. He's alive.
Oh,
Right, yeah. I'm
yeah.
seeing the private stream room. He's clicking around.
Fucking warrior. Damn.
Well, so far, so
All right.
let's make sure that we're not going to miss this fourth match. It's still going to be a closeout game for the SM guys who really want. And of course, if they want to get into the semifinals, they need to win another match. But the Vault guys going to do everything to keep it alive and go into a tiebreaker on CDD ground. Let's hope we see some more good matches.
All right, hold on. I apologize. Hold on. CTD
No, hold
ground.
on. It's not
No,
CDD
it's
ground now. No. The tiebreaker would be a CDD ground. It's 2-1 at the moment for SM against the Vault guys. So we are playing Station as the fourth map right now.
Yes. All right. Codes are going in. Station it is. Here we go. Game number 4 about to start. I love this map. This is one of my favorite maps. If as a sniper, I love those walls. I mine up around the walls. And you are become the voice for the squad. You're calling out left, right, center, who's where, and sometimes a guy up there calling out things. If you don't have a vocal Diana, somebody's got to call out everything.
Well, yeah, having a Diana is always a good thing, especially if Diana is calling stuff. We are in the game so far.
I thought we were doing Toulouse. My bad.
No. We on Station right now. It's game number 4. It's a deciding game for both teams. For SM, heating on to the semifinals, and both surviving. And there we go with Dockenschlampen getting the bag. Dockenschlampen! I mean, I really have to talk to this guy because I don't know that word, and I'm just fine in the back, which, to be honest, but it sounds fun. He has the bag. He did an insane good job, and Vault is trying to manage to survive in here and get into a tiebreaker. But we have 3 more minutes. Talon, how do you see this match now being played? What is important for Vault not to lose this bag?
What's important here is that hill. That's the strongest position on this map, and they should really focus on mining up and ensuring that missile defense is out, and maintaining that high ground. If you lose that high ground, you're at a disadvantage on this map.
Oh, and they just lost it, and the bag is still down. Both still has it, and there's
They still got it.
There you go. Close one.
Nice recapture. And you see he's going right back to that hill because he knows that hill is the most important position.
I can only agree with you that having the hill is a good thing to have, but also in this case, it was pretty important to move back, which the Vault guys did not do, but they did not pay the price so far because they're still holding on to the bag. Good job by the Vault guys. We got 2 more minutes to go. Big lead for the Vault guys, so let's see what's gonna happen next. Hugo, I see you kind of excited about this one.
I just love this game. I just love watching this game. It's so fun.
Oh, it is. We have some nice action here, and the Vault can pull this off, and it looks pretty good for them right now.
Hopefully they get that hill back, because right now there's so much debris. One Landau cannon ends it for everybody.
Oh yeah, but they're doing a pretty good job with the lane wars, placing those lane wars on the left, right, and everywhere. So it seems like even though 3 guys are down now, it's going to be dangerous. No, it's not, because they're already back. 1 guy down, but also the SM guys have 1 guy down. So they're doing a good job. It's 1 more minute to go. Around 70 seconds. If Bolt can hold on to the back, guys, we're going to have a tiebreaker here, which is always exciting for me, to be honest, on CBD round, which we talked so much about.
Yeah, the tiebreakers are always an exposition on the psychological aspect of the game, because at that point, you're not protecting a bag, you're not protecting a point, you are skill versus skill, and then the strategy comes second on CTD ground. So maybe we get there. Maybe we get there.
Yeah, I mean, 30 more seconds, but we saw people losing the bag and with 20 seconds left in the game, so it's not over till it's over, as we said before, and the bag is still in position of, bitch your ass.
Bitch ass!
Oh my god,
Oh, and Dub has it. He's tased.
and they can hold on to the bag. You know what?
8 seconds.
Now-
8 seconds.
Dub is one of the accounts I've been following for a long time. I've actually been friends with Dub on my friends list since the inception of the game.
Guys.
Oh wow!
I'm
Wow, I
kind
can't.
of what's
I
going
don't
on?
even know what to say.
Duncan Schlampen is the MVP of this game. I mean, Duncan Schlampen, bitch ass. I mean, those names just showing up today, and Bad Star doing a great job with 9 kills and representing here. And guys, we have a tiebreaker.
Wow.
Unity ground.
This,
Oh
this
my
is
god.
incredible because, hey, Star's here, but their other captain, Emmy, is not playing today. And that's a huge blow to their team because he's the general on there. I've been in that room, and he is one of the most vocal captains that I've been around. So him not being in that room directing things is huge for that team. And for them to come back, tie it up, and then bring it to 5, wow. That's
All
awesome.
right. Now, quickly, Dory, you're going into a tiebreak game, 2-2, CTT ground. What are you doing psychologically to beef your team up mentally going into this game?
Oh, we gotta keep it down, like, because I mean, SM definitely they won 2 games. We all had a feeling that that might be a easy 3-0 lead, and all of a sudden they're on a tiebreaker. So they might get a little bit nervous after showing that they really what they are made of last week. So most important, just keep it down. Don't overreact in here. I mean, you got this. You just gotta keep it down, keep it calm, because stress is always gonna prevent you from kind of, I think, playing your best game. But I mean, it's gonna be pretty stressy. Our CDT ground match, which is deciding for you to go into the next round or not. I mean, it's always gonna be stressy. And I'm excited right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, what I haven't seen so far in CTT ground, I haven't seen a whole lot of MGL activity. Do you think Dory? Do you think the meta has like really shut CTD or shut MGL out of CTD ground? Because I'm a big.
It's that. I mean, yeah, we talked about it last week, and definitely the MGL, because of the red march that we now see, people
Game's
can
on.
predict it a
Game's
little
on.
better. Game is on. I guess we have to talk about this a little
Game's on,
later.
game's
Let's
on,
see
game's
CTD
on.
ground. Don't miss that one, Ashu. You're not on the toilet anymore.
Oh, here we go.
There you go.
Here we go.
Alright.
Oh,
We are a little late, which is okay. We see that Bolt is going up in here, 4-1, so SM is under pressure, guys. Tell us, how maybe, what do you see at the moment, besides taking the high ground, which is most important? What's happening?
Right now, we got Genova running up the middle with laying some Laymores and trying to take the Rotunda. And it looks like that Volt is trying to hold that Rotunda from their spawn and at least keep the other team from getting a control of it. There's a lot of them.
It definitely looks like a close game in here, and what SM did, because Genova was kind of by himself, just to take the high ground, and SM came as a team, and they managed to take this high ground, and thanks to that, they having this little bit of a lead. But as we can see, there's a Moses shield, Grims popping up and just pushing them out, but that might be not enough. The rest is gotta come. They're coming and they're fighting for the high ground. As we talked before, they are fighting for the high ground because they kind of know whoever has the high ground is gonna have an advantage in that game. Don't you think so, Hugo?
Oh yeah. Anytime you get that high ground, you have a visual advantage. and it's just, it's just a. It looks like just a 10-foot, everything in perspective, 10-foot raise, but hey, you can see the enemy, a good 20, 30 feet before they can see you, and that's big.
Now, what I often think is overlooked is that walkway, that elevated walkway behind the rotunda from what our perspective is right now, the right-hand side. I always like to have at least one person over there as a sniper or an MGL to help protect that rotunda and help me keep it. I don't see a lot of teams utilizing that walkway. You see SM utilizing it now, and they're cornering up over there against Volt.
Oh, definitely, and it's most important. And one of the most important things is coming from different angles, different sides. SM did a phenomenal job with 1 minute to go, basically having a double-digit lead right here, in taking the high ground and not allowing them to kind of even come. And they did it as a team, which I really, really liked in that one. And at the moment, it was pretty good for SM.
SM is just taking advantage of that score advantage, and they're playing a little conservatively. They're staying together.
20 points. Wow.
Well, it's 20 points. I mean, they're not going to be anything more than 20 seconds. Oh, it's just amazing, guys. I mean, SM winning the first two, all coming back with those badass names in here. I'm impressed just by how they showed up and came back, and SM just had a little bit of a better, I think, team effort in this case of taking the high ground, because both teams were fighting hard for it, and SM is going into the semifinals. Well, respect to both of those teams, guys, don't you think?
Certainly, absolutely, and Bad Star showing a huge presence there, and
our MVP of the last game, Jugendschlappen, was at the bottom there.
Well, you cannot always be the MVP, but I mean, like, thumbs up for both teams. That was really nice. Especially, I mean, everybody likes to watch a tiebreaker in the CDD ground, and well, from what I see is now that Volt unfortunately out, and we have the SM guys going into the next round, and those guys are now waiting for the last matchup winner, which is gonna be decided by a European team that we talked about, 777, and we have our guys from the US, the 300.
They are ready
team.
to go. They are starting it up now. They're queuing up. Looks like 300 is queuing in 30 seconds. 777 is not responded to queue, but it looks like we are going to have some action in just a few minutes.
Well, it comes down to the last matchup that we have for tonight, from what I understood. Next week, we have on Saturday the semifinals, in which we're going to see in the first matchup Valhalla
Game on
against Warriors, and now it's going to be SM against the winner of 777 and 300 OG.
A shoe. Here we go. All right, searching. Looks like they're. Looks like 300. It looks like 300. Maybe still fixing things. Maybe tweaking. Maybe doing a last-minute substitution. I don't know. They probably have that figured out. I don't know. They might have some difficulties getting on here. They did say they're ready. Trying to get this one started. So, the first map, Ship, how do you think that was played today as a whole, from what you saw, Talon?
I saw a lot of turtling. I saw a lot of play on the bag strategy. Okay. And that's really strong, because if you can play on the bag, then there's a good chance that you're going to take the win. The weakness to playing on the bag is Landau cannon on this map, because if you could Landau that debris in, then you are hugely susceptible to a Chinley Landau cannon.
So we are in the game already, and I was wondering if Laz is coming back. Well, I guess he was preparing his team, because we can see Laz in.
He certainly is right now.
Lineup, together with Cookie, my favorite bro, and Ulriker, Prodigy, and Trash Fender.
And this is classic 300 strategy. Take the high ground the first 30 seconds of the game, and then you have the advantage.
Oh yeah, and they're ready for the bag. Ulriker is a pretty good bag grabber from what I know, from my experience.
Yeah. There he goes with it.
That's why he didn't take the big bucks. The guy
He goes down with a mine, but he keeps it.
the guy that handles the sack is always the one that you want to have to go to bed with. I mean, on your team.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's like a pretty good.
I'm not sure if that's a euphemism or not, Hugo.
Well, this is going to be. I told you who was playing for the 300 guys. So the 777 guys, who I talk about is pretty often is Roland, Dark Angel, Sugar Daddy, Keras, my bro, another Polish guy, and I think it's Futu or Fufu. I'm not so sure about that, but probably one of the better. Futu, one of the better slow guys that are playing this game. Definitely, always hard to play against if you're a little players playing Rotogun. So what we can see here, what's going on?
Right now, we got 300 pushing against the push, and they're pushing out from the back, and they're not letting the other team set up their push.
I love
And the strategy is really strong on this map, because it's really difficult, even though it's a small map, to organize your team. There's so many obstacles, and there's so many ways to get to the bag that it's just really difficult. And here we have Laz, trying to gain control of the middle and not being able to capture it.
Okay.
Because that push against the push is really strong on this map.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's always a bad thing if you let the opponent come deep into your base, settle up, and they are not allowing that. They are less heavy for the 50-yard mark. I call it the middle of the map, where the fight is going on, where you place those claymores, which Laz is doing pretty good from what we've seen. And it's going to be hard for the 7-7 guys within the last minute of this game to make a sort of good push. I mean, that's a big win right here.
Now,
well, they're 2 down. I mean, it looks like 777 is coming with the push right here, but Prodigy doing a good job.
Okay.
Prodigy's doing a great job holding his position, maintaining it.
You get out of
Oh no! Oh, Dark Angel has it. Oh, and Laz is tased, but the bag goes down. Can Futu get out? Can Futu get out?
The 777
goes-
guys are putting up a fight, ladies and gentlemen.
And they're out.
I just thought that it was going to be hard, but they were like, no, it's not. And here you go. I mean, I did not expect that at all. That's pretty impressive. And let's see if they can hold on to this bag, because we're going into overtime right now.
I love overtime.
Yeah, oh, I do. That's definitely something to watch for. I mean, let's see what 300 is doing right here. Cookie losing this fight probably against Rolling, does he? Yes, he did. So, I mean, the 777 guys are 2 down, and 4 300 guys are pushing. Let's see what's going to happen, because from what I know, 777, they're putting up Claymores and mines. They're doing this actually pretty good, so not an easy task to do for 300 now, because it's still Ship. And Ship is, with all those Claymores and Landaus, it's a difficult task to do. So let's see if 300 can make a good push, and they're doing it right there. It seems like the bag is down. Well, they did it as a team. And there you go, Mr. Laz.
Yep, and Laz, successful push by Laz and team. And can he get back to his home base?
He does it. He does it. Closed it out. Wow. 777 did make it interesting, though.
I can now hear Laz, even though he's not here with us, probably saying, guys, we got to keep it down. We have time. And that's what they did. They organized themselves, came in as a team. They looking good with the same avatar and the flag right there. Those guys are showing up today.
Yeah. They're all business. They're all business. And I have to say,
yeah.
And the codes are out. Looks good, and we got area coming up next. That SMS board with Prod. Let's definitely watch Prod and what he does on this board. But this 300 OG team is all business. We played against them in a WNC a couple weeks ago, and one of our teammates went into their room, and they practiced like it was the real deal. They slaughtered us, and our player came back in and said they didn't let up on you one bit. There wasn't joking around. There wasn't anything. It was business, going to town, making sure everybody knew exactly what they were doing from first second to the last.
Oh yeah, they definitely know what they're doing. They just showed us, even though they had a little bit of a problem at one moment. It's always happening, losing the bag for some reason, especially with all those Lando players. But they showed that even if you lose the bag, keep it calm, and they get this back. And they did a great team effort here to win this first matchup. And as you say, tell them. You go. There you go.
Now, while we wait, do you guys do you prefer to regroup in your spawn, or do you regroup at the 50-yard line or midfield, middle of the map?
Oh, it's for me easy call. It's definitely the middle of the field.
Middle of the field.
And that's why 300. That's why 300 likes to push when they hold the bag, because if you disrupt that middle where you're supposed to regroup. Man, it's hard to get, and this game is totally about rhythm.
All right, we're going into the match now.
If you can disrupt that group up, you have a good advantage there.
Oh yeah, and we definitely gonna see some SMS players in here. You said Prod, of course, Prod. We all know what he's doing, but we see Roland. Well, the 777 guys taking out Hammer, but there's Cookie taking out Roland, so we definitely see two SMS guys. I don't know what Proud is playing at this moment, but Cookie doing a good job holding in the left top, and Laz is just going in there saying, I'm taking the back, guys. And great job by 300 securing the back and getting back to their base. And now it's time for 777 to show if they can pull it off again and take the back. This is not going to be an easy take, don't you think?
No, they're going to take that grass side behind the truck, and that's going to be really difficult for the SMS to make a difference there. He's only going to be able to pick off respawners, and they're going to be few and far between as long as they hold that grass side.
We see a pretty good damn push right here.
Yeah, a little bit.
Which I did not think was a good thing to do at this moment, because he had three more guys behind him, so unfortunately, but that was a pretty good push here by 777. So, guys, that is not over till it's over.
No, it's never over till it's over.
Good job. Hunter moving. But Hunter with the Diana SMG loadout, which I think is probably the best one I'm using. So, I mean, Hunter just saw that, like, in my gameplay, that's an easy call. Legends.com.
You can see 300 try and get back to that grass side. They're going to try and hold that grass side. Even if they lose the bag, they're going to get back to those mines that are already in place and that high ground that's on that grass side for sure.
Oh yeah, but look what's going on here. Fufu just doing a great job. Fufu doing a good job with them. I'm telling you, I told you.
Can he get out of there? The man, it's excellent use of smoke there. Yeah.
Oh my God, 777 is showing up, representing. Good job.
Absolutely.
Now watch
rolling on top.
Watch those SMSs on top. Let's see what they do. Laz is going with a roto.
Close game. It was never like 300 had a big lead. the 777 guys just really pushing, doing good pushes, and not dying a lot. The game is tied at this moment, so let's see if 777 can hold on to it with this smoke.
Oh, Cookie, back down. Cookie has it.
Oh.
Going on
Oh,
Brad.
wow.
And he's gone.
He has it, and a rare and excellent use of a vehicle there.
Good job, Cookie, with this Miro, with your sexy new skin, and of course you picked the red hat, which is kind of the Cookie style right here. But good job going in, taking care with your flash grenades, taking care of the smoke, and of course having the Miro, you can shoot within the smoke. So good, really good thing here to do. And as the 777 guys had the bag, they lost it pretty quick right here.
Yeah, 30 seconds.
Okay.
All right, let's see what. Roland's been picking them off here and there. Let's see if they can relive some of that magic they just had a couple minutes ago.
Oh, I see they're pushing the back, and the back is down again. No, it's not.
Nope.
Still having the bag holding on to it, flashing people, I guess. But there is one Karen that's like, he has 3 seconds. He has to pop up right now and take.
Oh, we got it!
He's backing down.
Oh, can he get away?
No.
No, he can't get away.
Oh!
He's going through the middle. No.
I don't think that's the best way to get out.
Laz is doing some excellent smoke management with that Landau.
Oh, that was a good one, guys. Good job. Good game.
Wow. To get the bag like that. Oh, man. All right.
Cookie on top
So
here.
we are
Good
next map, Talensk. Now, before I was mistaken when we were talking about station, but going back to Talensk, you have those 2 walls, and getting up there on sniper, being a team voice to call out who's coming in when is huge. Being a Diana, are you the most vocal on the team, Dory?
Well, it seems like that question is, it goes into my direction. I think, of course, depending on my mood. I think yes. I think because Diana is not always marking everything. I'm always trying to mark as much as possible. But even if it's not marked, it's good to just call it out. Whatever I see, what is coming, how many. Smooth always used to say, call site and the number, short calls. And this is, stuck into my head. So yeah, I'm pretty much talking a lot, but I'm also telling my guys all the time, even though I'm the Diana, I'm seeing the most. I mean, come on, you also have to talk. It's not just me. You also see stuff. So
Right.
Everybody needs to speak up and just make easy, short calls to help the team have an idea of what is going on. Where am I needed? Do I have to go left? Do I have to move the bag to the right? What's going on? So communication is key.
Yeah.
Communication is key, and that brings us to an opportunity to say a word that Laz doesn't understand. Truncating that text when you're saying things as a Diana, and just keeping things simple is very key, because you get into an opportunity where you say too much, and then it confuses everybody. So that's really important.
If you're using big words like that, I mean, you're going to confuse anyone. Because I had to fill out my dictionary 4 times today.
Well, Laz isn't confusing anything as he runs away with the bag right now, that's for sure. But can he get it back to his home?
Well, guys, even though he died, he did an amazing job not
He
dying
certainly did.
Look at that.
to the walls that were breaking down, but he brought it within his afterlife closer to his bag. We always talked about it last week. It's most important, bring it as close as you can. Just sometimes you need to run. So amazing job, Laz, good job. And 300 is back in position of the bag. And let's see what 777 can do within the next 3 minutes. It's do or go home. Win or go home, maybe.
Win or go home. Win or go home.
Right.
And I'd like to invite any of the captains that played today can come to the booth. Mr. Talon, if you can give them some permissions.
Sure.
We'd like to like to talk to definitely captains of this game, but any captains that have played today, you're welcome to come to the booth post game. A little pressure.
So there you go. Well, it's gonna be difficult for some guys, but they did a good job in taking me back in the last game and even on ships, so they did it twice. There is a chance always. Even though now there are 2 guys down, 3 guys down, it's not gonna be easy. 2 more minutes to go, let's see. Can they survive and force a game 4? Or is this gonna be game and 300 is going into the semifinals?
Oh! SMS at close range, that hurts. Now, Laz is one of the best shotgun Moses in the game. He is a feared person out there.
Oh yeah, by the way, I'm missing a little bit Aries. I mean, he's not playing today. I think he's having a little bit of a break, but shout out to my bro Aries.
Oh, love you, Aries.
Yeah, we missing you and hoping for a quick, healthy return. And meanwhile, we chatting at 777 after that.
I didn't even see it. Oh!
Good job, Sugar Daddy. Good job.
One of the things that 300 is really good at is organization for a push. So we're going to see some really good, hopefully some really good organization.
Just like that, they got the right.
Just like that. Laz has got it, and he's back out.
This organization, in this case, 777 did not really have a chance to set themselves up, and 300 saw that. They kept pushing. But in this case, I think now is the time to settle it down. Say, okay, let's see what's going on. I'll roll in 2 guys down. That might be the right time. So Cookie is showing up on the right, trying to get the bag with the Charon. We don't see what's happening over there, but it looks like Cookie got the bag, is running away. Amazing job, not only with SMS, but just popping up at the right moment. It's all about time.
Away. Everybody's alive.
Good job, Cookie.
Cookie down. Cookie's got the bag.
Cookie deserves a cookie.
Cookie gets a prize pack. Woo!
Cookie! Whoa, that's a game right there, guys. And 300 is taking care of business. Big thumbs up for my bros, 777. They showed up to play in each map. And guys, in each map, they managed to get the bag. They managed to make it back. But 300, well, that's the experience. Those are the big boys. And they are going into the semifinals playing against SM next Saturday.
Right. Hopefully we get Laz and or Cookie up in here to talk about what they were thinking during that match, especially during that last back grab.
I would love to hear also Bad Star, who was playing, unfortunately not making it. And as we talked about
here he is.
What's up, Booth?
Hey!
Laz, tell us what you were thinking in the last few moments of that game.
We were sweating. 777 putting pressure on us, getting the bag every time. But we stayed calm, and we're fortunate to come out there with the win.
Excellent. I saw that you had several pivotal moments in that game, getting the bag as close as you could as you were going down as Moses back to your spawn.
Yes. I was running like a chicken with my head cut off and bleeding. I call it Moses on crack when you get to the yellow, You just are running, trying to kill, trying to do something, anything you can in the last minutes, knowing you're about to die. So
what is communication like when you hit that yellow? Does it change at all?
For the guys, no, they are better than me. But for me, I sometimes let my emotions get to me. I'm like, I'm done, I'm coming back, kind of a little erratic. But part of that is because we've worked so hard on building this mousetrap. I haven't had a chance to play with them much, so I'm really rusty, and I'm not as calm in the moment of the storm. They are all just like real business-like and kept me calm. And anyway, I was glad to be next to him today.
Well, I need to mention it, Laz. I'm seeing the screen right now, the scoreboard, and real legends just don't have the same avatar as everybody else. As we can see, 100 choose choosing a really simple one. That's a real legend right there, guys. That's
He's
a real legend.
legend.com, and we had the first match. Prodigy's he's at like a friend's reception, so he's outside a party on Fingers, and so we didn't have to play with a bot. And of course, the legend.com himself, Hunter, shows up finally, and does not have time to switch his avatar, but Legends never have time to switch their avatar.
No. And before you kind of summarize what is going on, I mean, just a pleasure being with you guys again. The games are done for the day, but one thing that I want to say, and I'm just so happy about it. I didn't do much about it, but I know how hard you worked with Ashu, doing the stream. Ashu, man, bro, you did a hell of a job today. I know it might be the first time you did it, and it was kind of difficult in the conference games that we had at the beginning. But even though you're sick, feeling bad, and needed to go to the bathroom, you kept it alive. Well, I don't know what else to say. Good job, Ashu. Thank you.
Absolutely. Big shout out to our newest member of the team, Ace Ashura, making it happen.
Oh, man. Hey, for anybody trying to work a job and just making it through, the dude is a warrior. Like if you have to throw up during this stuff, man, and come right back and keep on going. Whew.
Amazing. Talon, any summarizing? What do you think of today?
Well, today was a wild series of bag exchanges. I mean, you want to talk about Merc, you want to talk about Volt, you want to talk about 777 and 300. I saw more bag exchanges today than I have in a year of random playing.
Good to hear. So we had 4 finalists last. Maybe you summarize up. Do you know who you gonna face in the semifinals next Saturday?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I heard a lot of back and forth between SM and Volt, and it seems like Volt came out on top, which means I've got to face off against Bad Star and his Volt team, if I'm correct.
Oh, you're not.
Is it SM?
Oh, it is SM. SM won the first 2.
Got it.
Thank
Done.
you, sir. Thank you. Go ahead, guys.
Was it Volt or SM that came out on top? Because I
SM won the first 2. Volt came back winning 2, and they went into kind of a tiebreaker on they went into a tiebreaker on CDD ground, and SM just won that game. So you facing SM next week?
Oh no! Some inner clan drama. I got frenemies in the house for a week.
You definitely do. And on the other side, the other semifinal is gonna be Valhalla against War US. So that's the 4 teams that made it to the final 4, I guess.
Absolutely, it's a nice Final Four. I'm humbled to be in it, but excited about what's going to happen, and I just can't wait to see what shakes out. And they're down to the last 4, and y'all remember there's some big gold on the line. So these 4 teams are already in the biggest pot of the money that's available. So it's going to be quite the show. I'm excited.
Hey guys, how are you?
Hello. Who's this?
Ibuprofen.
Hey, Profen, welcome to the channel.
All right, guys. Thanks for all the work today. Thanks for being here. I'm gonna step out just for a moment and holler at me if you need me back. Let's get it.
All right. Thank you, Laz.
Yep, good stuff today, everybody.
Yeah.
Big thanks to everyone also, guys. Always a pleasure. Talon, Hugo. I mean, last week it was kind of only last. I really enjoyed that we did it like all together this week. So, I mean, really happy about it. Feels good. I'm satisfied, and it seems like it's not too late for me to play a few more rounds.
There you go.
My squad is waiting for me. So I see you guys later. I'll be online. Talk to you later.
All right. Profen, talk to us. What were your reflections on the games so far today?
Well, man, first of all, I want to thank everybody who made the tournament possible. It has definitely been more competitive, I may say, than we thought it would be. But we definitely welcome the competition, and we definitely definitely enjoy it. I mean, the guys performed very well today. As you guys saw it today, it was really awesome to see them. Because one of the things that has been one of our struggles is sticking to the bag. Kind of working together, do the push together, and it being something that we've really been trying to work on. But since it seems that it's finally clicking on to working together, staying with the bag. So I saw a lot of that today, where the bag was never alone, which was something that, generally speaking, was a huge downfall of our team. But I am so beyond happy and so freaking proud, man, that how well the guys performed. And especially going against a team like 300, even New Blood or the OGs, they're very, very tough team to go against. And to take all the five, take them to the 5 round is actually something that I am very proud of. Although we didn't win, I think that it's a win for us as a squad and as a clan, because our first win was against War EU, which was one of the favorite teams of in our bracket. So for us to win against them and then also win against 300, it just gives us the you can say the assurance that we were looking for, saying, okay, all the training, all the things that we do talk to, although sometimes it doesn't seem like it's working, it is working. You know what I mean? So if there's any team out there or anything like that, they can take it from like the captains that are here. If there's anybody or anything that you guys can take from this is just keep winning. I mean, keep losing. Because there's only so many losses you're gonna do, and then you're gonna start seeing the transition of when you're gonna go from a loss to a win. And like I said, my guys have been working at it so hard, and just to see them triumph like that, like they did today, it was just a moment to be proud of. So
Nice.
Kudos to them.
And I was
Congratulations.
personally proud, and absolutely congratulations to your performance today. Completely fun to watch and entertaining. Some of the best matches today came from that series, for sure.
Right. And that definitely means a lot to us, especially since some of these clans have continuance of they got multiple, they just don't have 150. They have they have different clans that are 150. It's just some of these clans are 500 people or something like that. So for us, we consider ourselves very small and humble. We don't have these crazy requirements and things like that. We just want to make sure that we emphasize on family and on growth, and that's really what we wanted to stick with. Is, hey man, we're here to have fun, but at the same time keep it growing. And again, it's the WNC wins, is the tournament wins. Is like I said, although we would have loved to be a different outcome, go to the next level and possibly even to finish everything. Nonetheless, as a small clan, we are so proud of how well we did, and we wanna make sure that when you hear the name Mercenaries, that you better bring your A game, because one mistake you make, and we're gonna take advantage of that. So.
Well, thank you guys so much. I know I invited everybody, but our our streamer is he needs to go. Thanks you guys for
Awesome. No, thank you guys.
Appreciate
Yes.
it. Ashu, you're a manimal, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man. I do appreciate it.
Marcula, real quick before we end, any thoughts?
Sorry, guys, my English is not very well. I'm Italian boy and don't speak very well. But thank you for this tournament. Very, very good. Very strong team. And for B-Boy is a regard participate at this tournament, but he arrive ever at tournament Carter semifinal and lose ever versus there are 16 very, very, very strong. But with practice, with play together with the team, with teamwork, I hope can win on future versus Valhalla 300, Onyx, Redux, and this team very, very, very strong. Thank you for direct YouTube. I see. Now I raise it all direct. Thank you.
Great.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming. Thank you for bringing your team. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Thank you guys for having us, man. Next time, I can't wait for the next tournament, guys.
It's gonna be bigger and badder, and you're gonna be.
Yeah, man. But hopefully we include something like, you know, maybe we can throw in some epics and some rookies.
Don't start your idea rant. You're gonna rant me with your ideas.
Okay, hold on. I'll mute him real quick.
I got you.
All right, guys.
You give him a little bit of power. All right, guys.
All right, guys.
Love y'all,
Great
man.
job.
Thank you so much
Alan,
for the opportunity, man.
thank you.
Alan,
Yeah,
man, you
of
did
course.
great, man. Thank you for repping us on the admin
thank
side,
you.
my boy.
Thank you
You
to
definitely
Dory.
did everything good. So thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
Guys, thank you to Dory, Talon, Al, Laz, all the team that put on the all this hard work. My DAs, thank you, Stormy, Cookie, Blackheart, and Trip. Thank you guys. Awesome work. Pop on stats. SK's in the air on the way to London. All you guys did a great job. Thank you so much. All right, see you guys.